Finding those levels, too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Justin.
What's good? What's good? What's good, family? How y'all feeling on this good Thursday, man? We back to build on this boxing. We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due, how we always do. My apologies, man. I missed yesterday, man, but we gonna cook on it today, man. We're gonna cook on it. We got to talk about it, man. I knew it was a matter of time, man. Charlo finally peeked his head out that hole, man, and he out here issuing smoke to everybody, man. All y'all, everybody. And I love it. I love the energy. I know right off the bat, you know, the Debbie Downers. Oh, he's not going to fight none of these guys. We just don't know. We don't know. You know what I mean? Some fights might be harder to make than others, but at least what we know about Charlo, before he took that fight with Canelo, he was the guy at 54. And I think he done sat back and watched enough people fight. Belts done changed hands, you know, titles going everywhere. Everybody talking about, you know, who the guy at 54, like they forgot that Charlo's still there. You did. So I like the fact that Charlo is kind of putting his name back in the mix, putting his, you know what I'm saying? He kind of putting it on people's mind, right? That he's still here. He ain't retired yet. Yeah, that Canelo bag was good, but he ain't done yet. And I think the fact that he's not done yet, especially at 54, is great for boxing. It's good for him. And it could be impactful for 154 pounds. We've been saying even without him being in the mix and being absent, being the champion in recess. Because don't get it, let's not mistake. Ain't nobody beat him. Ain't nobody take them titles up off his hands. So I don't give a damn what fight he went up there and lost with against Canelo. We all know that dude is a career 54-pounder. And his performances will reflect that. You know, we seen him take a loss. We seen him bounce back. We seen him have a draw. We seen him bounce back. You get me? So if he's staying right on par with how he typically deliver his next fight, even if it's a tune-up type fight or whatever it is, you get what I'm saying? I think he's going to deliver. It is some word that he's supposed to be in line for fighting the guy that just upset Yoenis Tellus. So if that's true, that going to put him right back in the mix. Title shot. You get what I'm saying? Opportunities and unifications, big fights, man. 154 could be really the hottest and best division in boxing easily. All they got to do is pull the trigger and make the fights. Get what I'm saying? But, man, shout out to everybody, man. Double tap the screen. If you new, sub to the channel. Support the build. We're going to get to it. Let me say what's up to the fam. Cal Cooley. My God bless his family. How you feeling, bro? So on today's episode of Knots Landed, Mills Rob, what it do? Kobe-tron in the building. Shout out to you. Stressed Out Boxing. D-Man in the building, my bro. What's good? Ray Patterson. Jersey's own, man. What's good, my brother? Ghetto Fab, what's good with it? Y'all hit the like button. Double tap on that screen. Support the build. Your boy gonna get to this, man. But we gonna talk about it. Like I said, I don't want to be the Debbie Downer type, bro. We get it. So a lot of these fights, you know, ain't gonna be the easiest thing to get made. But in today's boxing, you just don't know. I mean, you got Turkey Al-Sheik in the mix. I feel like all fights are possible with that guy in the mix. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the holdup be money, or money guys that be seeking, they don't get, and then they walk away from fights, they take other opportunities. I think at least if he's in the mix with some of these fights, you know what I mean, I think guys will be financially compensated accordingly, and maybe that'll, you know, entice guys to get in the ring and make some of these fights. Man, 54 is the division where it's at, man. It's way too much talent there, way too much. Damn, man. Yeah, so man, I'm look, Charlo got the internet buzzing, man. He ain't pulled no punches. He ain't, he ain't taking no prisoners, man. He want to fight everybody. At least that's what it sound like, right? That's what it sound like. Shout out to Let's Talk Fashion, my guy Raymond was good with it, bro. How you feeling? It seem like you want to fight everybody, so that's the case. I just want to sit back and watch it unfold. Think he surprised a lot of people when he put this picture up at Earl Spence. Well, not at Earl Spence, but put the shark in the mouth of the lion. We all know we know how to speak boxing. We all know who the big fish is. You get me? We all know how Earl Spence be coming. So when you see this, bro, you like, yeah. Yeah, okay. He talking about fighting them all. Get me, and look, it always was a competitiveness amongst these two guys anyway. You know what I'm saying? Remember all the way back then in that clip where Charlo said, I beat up, every southpaw fight I beat up or knock out, whatever he said. And Spence was like, who? And so low key, it always been something competitive about their relationship to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not too far-fetched to hear Charlo talking like this right now. And look, I like it. At the end of the day, if it ain't your brother, yeah, fight him. So I don't know what could happen, but I know they deal with the same people. So I know in terms of politics, right, that won't play as big a factor. I think if this fight were to be something that either guy would want to pursue. You get what I'm saying? It's just talk right now. It's just a picture. But I like this kind of energy, bro. This is coming from one of the real fighters in boxing, in my opinion, Jermall Charlo. And I know he left a bad taste in many people's mouth with the Canelo fight. For me, I'm over it because I've seen far too many fights where he's went out there and delivered and on a high level and been impressive doing it. So I'm not going to reduce his whole career and his reputation to the night where he basically participated in a legal handicap match. You get me? I understand it, the money, and just think about it. If you get an opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez for that bag that people be making and touching, it's hard to turn down. And that's how he gets you, especially if you a guy like Charlo with a rock solid reputation. Like, look how solid and cemented his name was in the sport up until one night. All it took is one fight. People, he ain't a lion no more. He ain't this. He's not that good. Nah, bro, we ain't doing that. Canelo was just better. Shit, had he fought him at 154 pounds all them years ago, you never know what that fight would have looked like, So it just is what it is, man. You move on, man. But Charlo been out of the mix since then. So I guess me as a supporter of his and just liking good matchups, he's a great matchup for all of these guys that he named. All of them. They're all good fights. I ain't here to try to trash them and over-examine how they not going to happen. I'm just here to say I like the energy from Charlo. He need to pick up where he left off. He been out of sight, out of mind long enough. It's time for him to get the rest of that Canelo stink up off him, if you get what I'm saying. People been complaining far too long about, this fight. And you can't go backwards. All you could do is move forwards. And unfortunately for him, he's been out of the ring. So it's been harder for him to kind of get rid of and shake that little bit of stink that's still left on him, from the Canelo Alvarez loss. So any mention of smoke from Charlo, this is what you like to hear. So hopefully he puts some action behind these words and, you know, put himself in prime position to make these matchups. Because, hey, look, I'm all for this shit. Earl Spence seemed like he ain't gave up on his career. Seemed like he ain't retired yet. You got him actively calling him out. Hey, look, y'all deal with the same folk. I'll be all for this type of fight. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. Say you beat my ass. You owe me 100. The 4 UD. What's good with an athletic mom? What's good, X? How you feeling, Brody? Gotta say, get your bread today, because tomorrow ain't promised. Now, you know how it goes, Southpaw Killer. What it do, fam? How you feeling? Employee Luke, you say when you call yourself lions and you only fight cowards, gonna stick forever. Damon, what it do, homie? How you feeling? I mean, let's talk about it. Double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel if you're new, support the build if you can, and we're gonna get to this. Look, I hear you, bro, but I don't think what you seen from Charlo was him fighting like a coward. He just didn't fight how he typically fought. In that fight, yeah, you could say that. But to a degree, he did fight how he typically fight in other fights. Just wasn't as offensive because what was coming back at him. You get what I'm saying? Imagine fighting it your entire career at a weight class, having a layoff and an injury, then jumping up 2 weight classes. You get what I'm saying? And fighting the king of the division there. Under them circumstances, think about what the fight gonna look like. You know what I mean? Typically, that's not something that you do, not under those circumstances. No acclimation, no, it wasn't like you was active and you didn't get injured and you jumped up and you were, you know, while you were still being active. Maybe it plays out different. You never know. But to jump up and take that fight under them circumstances was very brave of him. So I don't think that he fought like a coward, right? I just think he was tamed a little bit. You know what I mean? No pun intended. I think the lion got tamed a little bit, right? I think he anticipated Canelo being a much different challenge from the outside looking in when he was seeing him fight different guys. He like, man, I could beat that guy. It looked that way, but I think when he got in there, and I think Canelo might have been a bit better than he anticipated, a little stronger than he anticipated, punches a little heavier than he anticipated. You get what I'm saying? It's one of those things where you kind of learn in that moment that damn, this is it's a lot, man. This dude ain't nothing to play with. Like you can say all you want how good you think he is or how you respect him, but it's much different when he actually putting hands on you and you got to deal with it. And my thing, what I'm saying is I'm not giving him an out, but I think he did try. I just think his effort was very it was reduced to you know, his success was minimal because he, you know, the things he typically do against guys that are at 154 pounds, it works. He's able to gain these guys respect, push these guys back, hurt them, buzz them. You get what I'm saying? Earn these dudes respect and really keep them honest and different things like that, right? Canelo just was a one track mind coming forward, trying to press him out and land big shots. He couldn't affect Canelo with the same shit that he typically do at 54. Like if that was that weight class, that same approach, that shit, he probably comes out of that fight with his hand raised just like most of the others. But in this particular situation, you in there with a guy that got a wealth of experience, been in there with the who's. You moving into his division, coming off a layoff and an injury. Get what I'm saying? No acclamation to the division whatsoever. No, you wasn't like you was the most active, right? And I get it. Bud is taking a similar challenge, but he ain't coming off the injury. And, you know, I think he's, you know, doing it a bit differently. And I think I think he more committed to doing this shit a different way. I think Charlo got a little bit lax, complacent. The reason I said that because he had his camp at his house. And I think it was just way too much comfort there. And I think the money made him just kind of breathe easy. And maybe he just didn't push the way he should have. But I don't think he felt like a coward, though. I know that it just wasn't his best. You got to think, look at the body of work as opposed to that fight. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like when you neutralize. That's what it looked like when the shit you typically do against guys is not working. You get what I'm saying? It's tough. You know what I mean? So it's always easy to criticize, but think about it, that dude ain't a coward. Not at all. He just was in over his head, right? He was in with a guy that just was better than him, bigger than him, stronger, right? You know what I mean? Well, in terms of just not used to fighting bigger guys, right? A punch, heavier punch. So a lot of things in there, a lot of different variables, man. And Canelo's craftiness and different things like that. It's a lot to deal with, bro. So you really gotta be on your P's and Q's against this guy. No matter what you may think of him, he's still a top tier talent, man. And he can't be underestimated, overlooked. You gotta prepare for that guy. He is beatable, but it's not easy. You know what I mean? You gotta be very consistent, disciplined, and smart to beat this guy. And I think Terrence Crawford has the qualities and the traits to do so. You know what I mean? But we're gonna see. But like I said, so yeah, that's just one fight for Charlo, man. He belonged at 54. At least that's what his career suggests, right? That's what the performance is. That's when he shined his best. It's 54. So to see him peek his head out and get himself back in the mix is right on par. This is what boxing need, bro. You need, you know what I mean, to him to remind people that he is one of them guys. You know what I'm saying? Because you could post all the pictures you want. You could post the pictures and the stories, the quotes. You could sound as legit as you want. Got to put that work in. You got to put some action behind it. And like I said, good for us that this is a legit fighter. It's just a matter of opportunity and which ones are going to materialize first. Because you can't tell me that this ain't a dude that showed you that he was about to smoke. This ain't a guy that shied away from no challenges. This is a dude that ain't tucked his tail never at 54. You get what I'm saying? It's that same guy. You know what I'm saying? When he took a loss, bro, that bro shed a tear. And came out there and got that dub back and knocked out, you get what I'm saying? And knocked out, Tony Harrison. So, you know what I mean? It's the same dude that had a draw. I think he fought off emotion in that first fight with Castano. I mean, too emotional. You know what I mean? Sitting too still in spots, allowing Castano to get off. Fought to a draw. You know what I mean? Bit of embarrassment there. Seeing that man come back in that rematch with a different sense of calm and approach and look at the results. Not only did he separate himself in terms of boxing and talent, right, and skill by being up on the cards, then he ended up stopping the guy, dropping him and stopping him. So he proved undoubtedly that he's a better fighter than Brian Castano. So that's the Charlo I'ma always remember, man. That guy showed me more times than not that he's world class. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes you're gonna have a bad night. Sometimes somebody gonna just be that much better than you. You're just gonna have to find a way to get through the fight, and that's what he did. I think, there's some criticism there from the people because they feel like maybe he didn't sell out. You know what I mean? Maybe they feel like he should have sold out and been more willing to go out on his shield. Maybe there's a conversation there, but in terms of effort, I definitely think he tried. I just think, if you look at the fight again, I know it's been a while. If you ever go back and watch it, just pay attention as the rounds go on and Canelo continued to have success and Charlo couldn't find answers. You seen his confidence kind of waver, right? Then you start to overthink, thinking too much. Now you're not letting your hands go, right? Now it's just looking like you in there surviving, but really you trying to figure shit out. But everything you do, this dude seemingly has an answer for it. Whereas, and you can't rely on your power to get you out of trouble how you normally could at 54. You've seen it that at times in fights, that's been the difference maker. Tony Harrison, I don't give a damn when nobody say he could box with the best of them. Skill for skill, boxing, yeah, man. It just always been his conditioning to something that'll catch up to him. People say chin, it's really the conditioning. You know what I mean? He'll slow down, gas tank, then get caught with a shot. You know what I mean? Something like that. But that dude could box with the best of them. But what was the difference in that second fight? That was Charlo power bailing him out. You know what I mean? Yeah, Harrison got a little comfortable in there and showboated a little bit. Charlo made him pay. But at the end of the day, the difference in that fight was power. Power separated him. He showed skill and power in Castano. But again, that's just something that's like a bit of a calling card for him. That's something that he could kind of rely on if somebody happens to be boxing well with him, right? The fight is really competitive. He has the opportunity. He has the ability to, change the fight with the right shot, turn your shit off, get that knockout. And since, switching over to Derrick James, man, he seemed to be a guy that fought with a different kind of confidence. You know what I mean? And he really had him believing in his power. So you're gonna say I'm kind of, I'm intrigued to see what kind of ground he could cover. Because look, I mean, he reached the highest heights, right? undisputed. It was nothing else, no other belt he could have won, right? At 54. So now to see that, you went up there, you got that money with Canelo, you took the opportunity. It didn't go your way. You've been out of sight, out of mind. Now you rearing your head back out. You know what I mean? How hungry are you still after making this money, right? After being out for so long, with the division getting even deeper and more dangerous, right? It don't get easier from here. It ain't like he getting younger, right? So he got to stay just as equally motivated as he was before. Dare I say, if not more. You know what I'm saying? So this next run for Charlo's should be really interesting if he put the best foot forward and he all in with this, I guess this get back trail. I think we got some real good fights in the mix. That Cash be like talking like getting hit in the eye don't hurt. I'm telling you. Shout out to my guy Damon too, man. So he showed Canelo too much respect. So same for Barrows against Manny. I mean, as far as the respect thing, right? I look at it like this: it goes both ways, because it wasn't like he was getting disrespected and was just being nice, right? It was. I think he allowed, to a degree, he allowed Canelo to rock him to sleep a bit, and because of it, we just didn't see that same flair. But think about something, y'all. I know it just from an optic standpoint. Cottage 81 was good with it, fam. I know it looks from an optic standpoint. It's just because you're not used to seeing them be more chill, right? That's the Charlo that kick up. But I don't think it really had the biggest of impact on the fight, right? I just think the fight was the fight. Now we like to see him turned up because that's what we used to. Again, that's the Charlo way. That's the energy that we've come accustomed to seeing from him. But I just think he was just on something different, right? Showing a different side. Like, because think about it. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because on one end, when he was displaying that energy, yeah, there was a group of people or a percentage of people that really liked it, see Charlo turned up. But think about the narrative that was out there, man. He always angry, man. Charlo, bro, is always angry. So I think it was an interesting time for him to show something different, right? Where I ain't got to approach it this way. And I know it's unusual because you ain't used to seeing it. So sometimes, or should I say at that time, people was looking at it like, you know what? This dude being too nice. But I just think he was matching the energy that he was getting. Canelo was very respectful. Look, Canelo, they asked him about what Charlo brother is better and all of that. He said Jermall, like he fought the better competition. And like, you get me, little shit like that. I just felt like he was being exceptionally respectful and nice. And maybe he could have rocked Mell Charlo to sleep just a bit. But I don't think it really affected the fight as much as, I think what Mell Charlo's ideal of what Canelo was as a fighter, as a talent, and where he was at currently. I think it was what he had in his mind before he got in the ring with him, and what eventually developed in his mind as the fight weighed on was like worlds apart. You get me? And I think, he was learning in real time. Damn, I knew this dude was good and all that, but he better than I thought. You get what I'm saying? This dude's stronger than I thought. This dude could take a shot better than I thought. I knew he had a chin, but damn. Because you got to think, at one point, he was saying that, I think I don't be surprised if I hit harder than Canelo. Like, he's saying shit like that. I think I can knock him out. And it's just his focus. Like, get what I'm saying? Dude? When you get in there and you see that shit is a lot harder than you ever could have anticipated, it's like a certain reality set in, right? And I just don't think he was willing to go out on his shield in terms of like getting knocked out. But I definitely think he tried. I don't think he fought like a coward. He fought like somebody that confidence was wavering and getting chipped away at as the rounds progressed, and he couldn't find no consistent offense that would change, the landscape of the fight at all. He had like no real answers where he could, all right, bang, I'm gonna make this adjustment, and all right, I unlock this. Now this punch is working. All right, I'm gonna set it up like this. He just wasn't having a lot of those moments that he's accustomed to in all his fights. So just think about in the back of his mind what that's doing to him from a confidence level, right? And I wouldn't know. I'm just assuming. Like I never heard him sit down and break it down, but it's just normal, right? You trying everything, and this shit normally work. Or if not, then boom, you could land a shot that could change the fight, shake your guy up. It's just not certain avenues that he was able to travel with other opponents just wasn't available for him, right? Against Canelo, right? Certain things that he was able to do against certain guys he just wasn't able to do against a Canelo. And respectfully, that he went from what was his last fight before that? Was it Castano rematch? Something like that to Canelo. Just think about the difference, like Remo saying, in levels, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you one of them things. I said it before. He just messed around and found out. Shout out to Mike Brown. What it do, homie? Tate was good with it, bro. So but like I said, man, that's just one fight. You know what I mean? It's a learning experience that you live and you learn. I feel like the comeback story is always better, right? How is he going to respond to adversity? Now, look, I just want to point something out, as I mentioned briefly earlier. When Charlo lost against, Tony Harrison, right? That first fight they had, lost his belt, took an L. Man, that dude shed a tear. Like I said, man, he was emotional, but not like boo-hooing, like passionate. Like, bro, I ain't want to lose. I'm getting this back, bro. You got me fucked up. That's how he was approaching it, right? So how did he respond? Fantastic fashion, knockout. You get me? Get my damn belt back, Tony. Shout out to Tony Harrison. You get me? He moves on. All right, he in there with the scrappy ass, hungry Brian Castano. He in there being overly emotional. He missing shots. He getting caught with shots. Castano shook him up a bit. You know what I mean? Some things happened in that first fight. He still battled to a draw. Some people felt like he got a bit of a gift. He could have lost that one. Right? Cool. No argument. But how did that man respond in that rematch? From the training camp, he was putting that work in. He wasn't overly comfortable, complacent, or laxed in that training camp. You seen him put in some dog work with the footage that was getting leaked out. He just was locked in all the way from the ring walk. It was a sense of calm over him. He wasn't looking like the angry ass younger brother, right? You know what I mean? He gets in the ring and proceeds to execute world-class performance. You get what I'm saying? Against a guy like Brian Castano that just gave him hell in the previous fight. But look how he changed that up. Took the lead, broke him down, dropped him, stopped him. You get me? That's his character to me. Because he showed me 2 different times where he faced adversity in a different way and he could have folded. He could have came out overly emotional against Tony Harrison in the rematch and got cooked. And he could have easily got outboxed. And some was saying, look, that fight was headed looking a lot like the first one. And, had it not been for Charlo catching him and landing that shot, I don't know. Had that fight went to the cards, I don't know. You get me? But that's his character, though. That's his character. He getting there. He going to try to figure it out. He going to try to get his back. So he did that after a loss. He did that after a draw. And both he avenged by knockouts. So now, like I said, man, if he just keep it consistent with what he's been putting out, yeah, he took a loss against Canelo. All right. Let's see. His next performance should be probably a get-back fight. You know what I mean? But still in all, he's going to make a statement to a degree. And I think if he get put in there with any of these top world-class guys that he put in these pictures, I think we got great fights from Jermall Charlo. We just got to sit back and see what's going to come of it all, man. I personally, I want to see what's next. You know what I'm saying? I want to see which one of these guys that he put in these pictures he can get in the ring with first. Is politics going to get in the way? You know what I mean? Imagine fighting a guy or fighting Errol Spence after all this time, bro. That'd be crazy still. Imagine him fighting a Sebastian Fundora, like, because he out here. He got pictures. You dig, man? He got pics. Look, imagine him in there with Fundora, G. Imagine him in there with Slender Man, yo. Imagine him in there with the human Slender Man. You know what I mean? The straw man, Shout out to Irvin Mack. What's good with it? He show that character versus Canelo. Irvin Mack, what it do? Nah, the thing is, I don't think he gave up. He just was overmatched, bro. That's what overmatched look like. He ain't quit. He just could. You like messing with what I'm saying. That's what it looked like when you overmatched, bro. He ain't quit. It just looked that way because think about it. couldn't find this. He couldn't find the answers. You get what I'm saying? He couldn't find the answers. Sway. You get what I'm saying? He didn't give up. You get what I'm saying? He still boxed. He tried to figure things out, but you got to think at every turn, whatever he was doing, it either it worked very mildly or it just wasn't enough to deter Canelo at all. So think about what it does to your confidence when you used to having your way, used to winning, or used to hitting. Think about it. It was some solid shots that he hit Canelo with. It did nothing to him. You get what I'm trying to say? Like the dude just different. That shit gonna eat at you. You gonna be like, dang. Ain't nothing I could. It's like everything I do, this dude here he is. He's still right there in my face. You get me? So I just want people to, I'm just giving you something else to consider. I don't want to change your mind. I understand completely what you're saying. Yeah, man, you're like, man, he gave up. But I just think he was overmatched, bro. And I think that's what it looked like. And we're not used to seeing him in situations where he's overmatched. You know what I'm saying? And then considering the layoff, the injury, the jumping of the weight classes, no acclimation. Like he had a love handle, if I'm not mistaken, in that fight. And I don't know if you know what I mean by that, but Charlo's a dude that be in shape, bro. He don't got no damn love handles, bro. He ain't got no damn gut. You can see that he just put that weight on in a hurry. You can tell that it wasn't no fights that he had with the weight. It wasn't no type of acclimation whatsoever. It was just like, let me hurry up and do this for this opportunity. And look at the difference between the way him and Crawford is doing it. The way him and Crawford is approaching the situation is different. You can see it. I'm telling you. And it was rushed. Like you don't fight nobody like that coming off no long ass layoff, let alone an injury with a layoff, jumping the weight classes. You handicapped yourself. You get me? But the money was too good to turn down, and he essentially stepped in for his brother. So I get 1,000,000% what you're saying. I know people feel like the effort wasn't there, but I'm a really logical, rational person. I'm pretty sure you can understand where I'm coming from. It's always another side. So I just don't, having the opportunity to watch it, as it got older, it made me look at it a bit different. And I'm like, damn, just imagine being in the ring and everything that you typically do that work is not working now. You start that got to mentally affect you. No matter how strong you are, you start asking yourself questions like, damn, is it me? Like, what's up? Like, this shit ain't working. Next thing you know, you gotta face the harsh reality that this dude is just that good and he got your number. Now you gotta find a way to stay motivated enough to keep trying to figure it out the entire way where you don't quit. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think he ever quit. I just don't think he had the answers, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say, Sway. I just don't think he had the answers. And there with a better guy. You know what I mean? And that sometimes you just got to make peace with that. You get me? That's what it looked like. Shout out to my guy. There's a doctor in the house, man. Shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk. What's good, homie? That boy Charlo going crazy in the chat GBT images, right? Yeah, I hope he gets to it up first, but any of those squads would be dope for me. Yeah, I was hearing him fighting the dude Abbas, the guy that just beat Tellis. I hear he's in line potentially to fight him. You know what I mean? Shout out to my homie, man. How you feeling, bro? Bankcase and Charlo versus Canelo look like just like Canelo versus Beagle. People just hate Charlo. Yeah, I mean, and I wouldn't even say it wasn't even that convincing or dominant, right? Because I don't think Canelo be putting them together, but he tamed my guy Charlo, Bankhead. You get me? He had him with his hands in his pockets, bro, and it worked. Irvin Mack, my homie, was good with it. He said, "F all them exhibition fights." I feel you. I say Canelo quit. He's found excuses about the weight jump. Nah, for sure. Nah, you're right. Right. And I understand what people saying, but trust me, man, it wasn't. I don't think it was just that. I just think, imagine, like I said, you in there as a fighter, and typically you gonna have a level of success. I think that Canelo nullified and eliminated, certain lanes that he typically traveled that can bail him out or get him out of trouble. Those things weren't there, and credit to Canelo for being on point and being able to take those things away from him. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's no shame in it because you fighting a guy that's one of the absolute most experienced guys in all of boxing actively today. You get me? Sometimes you just in over your head, and that's what it was. He was in there with a guy that was prepared and ready to go in his weight class, and it looked like it. You get me? Shout out to Locks and Loaded. He was overmatched. Yeah, man, he understood where he stood on the food chain. Said, "Uncle, how you stupid?" Behind the hands TV, my brother. And the right fight with a win attached cements Hall of Fame career for Mell. I think so, bro. Think so. On time, oh, he said, "Oh, Irvin ain't feeling that exhibition." He's saying, "Yeah, 100%. You gotta remember most of these dudes casual." Yeah, right. And just think about it. I just try to use a logical thinking and the information that's out there based on the body of work from Charlo. We all know he a career 54-pounder, so it was just a huge jump. And then you taking a huge jump with one of the absolute kings of the division, right? The king of the division, should I say? I'm gonna give Canelo his flowers. So we all knew that was gonna be a tough fight, but I'm willing to bet you, had they fought at 154 pounds, that's a different looking fight. And Canelo could have won it then, but that's a different looking fight. You know what I'm saying? So Dante's boxing talking about dog. What it do? He said, take Mel phone, man. Yeah, right. And so look, imagine him. So he had the shark, you know what I'm saying? Now he got the giraffe, that's Fundora. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that fight. It's craziness, right? You know what I'm saying? He ain't stopped there. He said, hold on, bro. He said, hold on. Ortiz, you ain't out the mix, G. Chat GBT, man. Make me an image of the lion biting a bull, man. Or on a bull. You get me? You know what I'm saying? Show me. Siri. You know what I mean? Make me an image of the lion biting the shark. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't playing, man. Having fun with it. Look. I mean, Siri, make me an image of the lion tearing up some boots. Jerron and Nas, man, come on, Jerron Ennis and Mell Charlo be fire, and that's all up where I'm at. I get it. It might be some yellow and red tape for them to get through to get any of these fights over the hump. But when I look at Mell Charlo, I like what he's already shown us thus far at 54. So this next run could be interesting, and I feel like if given the opportunity, we could potentially see one or more of these fights. You just never know. Now, I'm not willing to say, yo, he's going to get it all. You know what I mean? But I like the energy, bro. Never forget that boxing is entertainment. His name been out of the mix for a while. So this is a way to get the rumblings. Me and my bro was talking on the phone about it. And I think he was spot on. Like, this is a way to get people back, interested. And that's cool because, look, it's coming from a credible guy. Put some respect on his name. This was the king of 54, bro. Ain't nobody take them belts in the ring up off him, y'all. They ain't take them up off him, G. You get me? The Canelo thing, he has some things to do, man. He wasn't turning down that bag of it, man. You get me? But hey, man, he's still the king. The king said he coming back. The claim was his, bro. You know what I mean? He got all types of safari animals, man. Look, he got it all going on, man. Look, lions biting sharks. You get me? Chat GPT, what up? Shout out to the marriage. How you feeling, Queen? How you feeling? Peace to the Queen. Lisa, how you feeling? Let me know when you get your package, please. Charlo is a beast. He said, "Yeah, I like the Bud one. Yeah, man, I like it, man. I like this. I like it, man. Fundora is not an easy fight. Hell no, none of these fights is easy. Think about it. He been out the mix for a minute. He dipped his toe in 54. You know what I'm saying? I mean 68, and then went on a layoff. Think about something. He was on coming off a layoff and an injury when he fought Canelo. Now he coming off a crazy layoff. Getting older, the division is getting deeper and more dangerous by the day. You get me? By the fight, should I say? You get me? You just don't know who gonna come out on top and be or get a stronghold on 54. I'm ready to see it. I think this could be one of the hottest divisions in boxing, bro. Definitely with Mel, man. I want to see it. I know everything can happen, but shit, they deal with some of the same people, the Fundoras of the world. Earl Spence, man. I don't know. Did Earl Spence respond? What Earl Spence got to say about that shark being in a lion mouth? Because I don't even think I seen that on the Discovery channel. You feel me? Al Booger, what it do, homie? Crucial content. He said playing with boots gonna get the old man hurt. See what I'm saying? Jumanji in the face. He said tank gone. Yeah, he said shout out to you. I appreciate you always, man. Truly, man. Truly a huge supporter, man, of the channel. Much love. Double tap the screen, y'all. Sub to the channel if you know we're gonna keep building. Like I said, somebody want to click the link. The link is posted in my community section. Feel free to do it. if you want. But you know, I missed you know, a little action. But we back. And look, I know he ain't playing. Look, he out here playing with boots, y'all. He playing with boots, man. Look, man. Boots, man. Who he playing?
25 bodies, I'm still catching homies. Back from the dead, then woke up a zombie. Knock them all out like I'm Tommy. Doing my thing, they all tryna sign me. Loving my city, I feel like the GOAT. Straight out the mud, I'm giving them hope. Worth billions, but I grind like I'm broke. Better tell them don't lean on the road. One shot and he going down. Sleep on the ground and they making a sound. They been had their time, but my time is now. Undefeated, them odds, yeah, I beat it. You want it bad, but I need it. 101, yeah, I can't be repeated. Check on him, yeah, I bet he's still sleeping. We just run up that bag. Ain't no more looking at tags. Tell me why these niggas mad. They probably going outside. I put it all online. They know I'm rocking for mine. I got your back like a spine. Pops always knew I could shine. It was just taking some time.
Quarters for his body, now he think he Bishop and Juice. I try to tell him lay low cause I love.
Yeah, y'all hear it? Yeah, y'all hear it? Boots got bars out here, man. Boots got bars, man. He ain't playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You got a response, bro? Nah, send it to me, bro. You send it to me. I'll pull it up. If you got it. Send it to me, man. You know, Boots had them bars, man. You get me? You know who else had some bars? And y'all go get a chance, man. Check out Bringing the Heat. Check out the Jahad Tucker interview with Behind the Hands TV. My guy Mo City, man. That was not only a dope build, one of the dopest ones, but Jahad Tucker definitely gave him some bars in that interview. I never knew that he could rap either. So Boots out there playing with it. He just talented, man. You get me? You get me? Shout out to Boots, man. That was cool, man. I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean? Having some fun with it. You hear me? Having some fun with it, man. Boots rapping. I know what I'm saying? You feel me? Shout out to Justin, my dog. What's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? It don't sound too bad. He out here rapping on them, and Mary, you feel me? Yeah, he fight lima beans, man. That was Boots, crucial. Shout out to 2 Cents. That was my guy, Boots, man. Rapping, getting his bars. Yeah, Jahai, I ain't know that. I ain't know that, Mary, until I seen it Bringing the Heat with my guy Behind the Hands TV. And he always do dope interviews, but that he know how to get people. You know what I mean? It's always a build because they comfortable. So it always flows. It's just a different energy when he be interviewing these people. That's why I have fun watching them joints all the time, bro. You know? So when y'all get a chance, tap into it. I posted the link on my story for those that follow me on IG. Go check it out. Y'all definitely like it. You know. Now I'm telling you, get me action. And one mixtape Boots. Didn't I tell y'all he and one mixtape Boots for real? I told y'all. I thought I was playing. Yeah, I thought I was playing, man. Shout out to the homie Big Dog Willie, man. Said Paul versus Tank. I told you so, Tor is the most important movement in boxing. Boxing fans are a problem in boxing nowadays. Taking maniacs finally learn. Get them, Big Dog. Keep applying pressure on them. Get them super duper fans. You know what I'm saying? Not y'all real ones in the chat. Just the super duper fans, you know. Yeah. All right, singing, Boots rapping was next. Yo, all right is a damn menace with that singing too, ain't he? Andy Garcia got 0 bars now. He don't. Nobody got nothing on Ryan. Blessed and highly favored forever. It went gold. Yeah, man. That blessed and highly favored. He got that one off, Remo. I ain't gonna lie. Ryan, little sick ass, got it all. Boots and Danny in the next joint. Yeah, he got. You know what I mean? Boots got to feature Danny on the joint. Or joint Boots. I mean, Danny got to get Boots on this joint now. Boots no hit back and my boy. Man, that was fun though. That was fun, man. That was fun, y'all. That was fun. Big shout out to the homie Big Dog Willie, man. My dog, man. Man, that was funny, man. Yeah, he out here singing, beating asses in mirror, man. I don't know what's going on. Boots beating asses and rapping. It's just happening in boxing right now. It's fun though. But look, talk to me, y'all, man. Wait, what matchups is y'all excited for, man? Me personally, after he get a tune-up fight, or if he ends up fighting that guy at Bass, I mean, that dude is scrappy, but I think Charlo with the experience and just overall skill could be able to, he should be able to beat a guy like that. Maybe he uses that win to springboard and put himself back in position to try to attempt to chase titles again. Hopefully he still is hungry as he was when he left, if not more motivated to try to like reclaim what he feel like is his, the throne at 54. But that shit not gonna be easy. That shit gonna be like walking through a landmine. You get what I'm saying? It's not a lot of easy turns at 54. That's what make that division to me one of the best in boxing, right? No matter which way you turn, it's smoke for you. You get what I'm saying? The 54 is so dangerous. You can have a couple fights on the table, turn one guy down just to fight another one, but it's still smoke. You get what I'm saying? Like either way you go, it's smoke there, smoke there. It's smoke everywhere at 54, bro. I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. There's so many matchups to make there, so many different fighters, and I'm telling you, it's so crazy, man. They need a tournament, man. 154-pound junior middleweight need a tournament, man. I promise you it do. You put the best guys in there and let's see who the last man standing. Telling you, man, we need something like that, man. We really do, bro. We need something like that. He said it takes passion. Put in the face of boxing. I feel you. I think it's a lot, right, when it comes to that dude and why he's doing that. But I understand the frustration with the people. But I think it's a lot of frustration that he's been dealing with from the business side. And I think that also has potentially, in my opinion, been a driving force to him making a decision like that. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing how the business switching up. See how, like I say, Showtime stepped out, Amazon stepped in, but Showtime gave him a different type of budget, I believe. And I got to look at my notes. My guy was breaking it down to me. So they seemed like they had different money to play with to be able to make these cars and put them on more regularly. Now, since then, seems like they've been forced to front their own bill, for lack of a better term, and that's causing some of these cars to be stagnant. That's causing, I think, things to move in a much different way that we're used to seeing. You know what I mean? I don't think it's them being broke, anything like that. I just think the business model changed, right? And I think they have to, continue to figure out a way to maintain what they've been doing with a totally different revamped situation, it seems like. And as a result, some of the fighters have taken a hit. You've seen the inactivity. You've seen the frustrations from some of the fighters. You've seen press conferences not looking up to par. It's just a lot. And I feel like if you Tank, he's been always fulfilling his end of the bargain, right? Imagine always filling your end of the bargain. All you do is win, win, win. You get me? That's all you do. And you feel like you can fulfill your end of the bargain. They supposed to be able to fulfill their end. You ain't supposed to be getting dates thrown out, then canceled, thrown out, then canceled. Like different shit. You're not supposed to be in no damn auditorium with no press conference. Like you one of the cash cows and faces of the sport. You bring in so much money. That should never be your situation. So I don't have all the answers, but just looking at it from the outside looking in with some of the stuff that I do know that's different, seems like that those things may have played into his decision to make this move, especially at the time in which he's doing it. Get what I'm saying? It's at a time where people like, hey, man, shit getting crazy. I mean, it was supposed to be like this. You know what I mean? And you think about what the shit that they probably promised and told him and then maybe wasn't able to fulfill on their end. So in his mind, he probably like, you know what? I gotta do this shit for me. This one, I gotta go get this money on this one. I have to. So there's no absolute fact that he'll never make these fights after this point. But I think now for now we just gotta wait and see. You know what I'm saying? Join again. You said you missed it. Shout out to Ghetto Fab. I got you, bro. I got you. Peace to the Queen. Double tap the screen. We're gonna keep building. Retiring as Jake Paul. Yeah, he might. I don't think he's doing that. I don't think he's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Shouldn't be that much about money at this level. But see, that's what it is, because no money is like, I think at his level, he's gonna be a guy that has opportunity to do things that everybody can't. So like, I think for him, it's like, it's generational wealth, I think, connected to this opportunity. And from a business standpoint, it would be foolish, you get what I'm saying, not to take it. So maybe the timing of it was a little off-putting for people, but I don't think that's the writing on the wall. I think he has more in him after this, but we just have to wait and see. But I understand as a fight fan what you want to see and why it's frustrating. You know what I mean? One more home for the whole sport. I feel that. Hey, yo, block Jim, because I see him keep spamming that. Yeah, I try to let it slide, but yeah, block Jim for me. And shout out to Urban Max. So I understand it, you know. I get you as a fight fan. I'm right there with you. Like, damn, man, Tank, give us the fight. But just imagine somebody put in, let's say for conversation purposes, what's been reported, a guarantee of 40 M's. Hey, you get me? How hard is that to turn it down? You like, oh shit, it's easier to say no to someone when it's not a real opportunity or situation. But when it is, you like, I gotta entertain it. And then you think about family, how you can set yourself up after boxing, right? Just to get it out the way. So I think I'm right about that. I think we'll see him after this. But I think this one, was influenced by some shit that's out of his control, as well as just his own decision to want to do it, right? You know, so we'll see where it goes, man. But I don't think he's gonna lead people that way. I don't think he's gonna lead the boxing world that way. I think he could be potentially securing that bag. Think about it. He say, man, I get this money, everything is up after that. I do whatever, because you know you'll be financially set permanently, right? For the most part, you won't need the money at all for the most part. So I don't know. We just don't know. So I'll just say, just leave a little room for the possibility that he could still give you maybe one or two of those fights before it's all over. But I just think when you got an opportunity to make that type of money, it's hard to say no. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to say no. Even with the criticism, it's hard because, you know, if most people was in that same exact situation, they'd be like, hell yeah, bro. And they'll deal with the criticism later. You'll laugh your ass right to the bank with that damn check. You get what I'm saying? And that's the low end of what I'm saying based on what they was reporting. At the bare minimum, you talking about a guarantee of that much money. Hell no, I ain't mad. That's why, because I try to be as real with the situation as possible and not just be a fan. As a fight fan, you like, damn, you could wait for that. But think about it. That might not be there. You don't know. So it's like, hell nah, ain't no waiting in boxing because it ain't no tomorrows. You mess around and wait, something could happen. You lose. Now that opportunity ain't there and you can't make that money. I think that it's so much to consider, bro. So before I would ever, demonize them for it, I'll try to understand it. And I think I've come to an understanding, like, simply put, your facts, bro. You spend your life, think about it, you fighting 5 or 6 years old and at something, you turn pro, you've been successful all the way through, and you get to a point where it's an opportunity on the table for you to make upwards of $40 million plus. Like, you get what I'm saying? You like, man. and to a degree, you like, finally, shit, this is what all my hard work has gotten me. You get me? I still get the criticism. I'm just giving people something else to consider. And you like, I work my whole life. And some people fight their whole lives and never get that type of bread. They fight their whole careers and never even see close to that. And he's able to do it. So he was able to break the mold in a different way, man. And I salute him for it. And I know it's a decision to make because, you got to deal with that criticism. You got to deal with your own people trashing you for doing something, bro, that we all know they would do if they was in the same shoes. You get me? We know it because it just would be smart business. You like, man, hell nah. These other fights will be here. This might be just one off. Look, get this out the way, secure that bag, and it's back to business, Tank. You get me? And I could see that being a reality. I really could. I could really see it being a reality. So what I'll do is I'll just leave room for that being a possibility while saying, yeah, there's other fights I would have wanted to see first. But I totally understand it when they talk about the money. I get it, bro. Money talks, bullshit, run a marathon. You get me? So that's what he did. You know what I mean? And, I get it. So, yeah, man, for sure, bro. You get me. It's crazy when you think about what he could make. So ain't no tomorrows in boxing. You know what I mean? Go out on a fight-by-fight basis. Example, Gary, Keith Thurman. There's no multi-fight situation. Right. So, and from what I understand from talking to people that talk to the people that know Al Heyman, like, he'll be in support of you getting the bag from what I understand, he will not get in your way of making money at all. And low key, shit, he could be probably encouraging Tank. Hey, man, you better get that money, young man. You get what I'm saying? While we shitting on it, they thinking in terms of business. So is that great for your business? Absolutely. And I said this before. There's too much boxing for me to be so selfish, right? Where is one decision just get me so bent out of, bro, what? There's so much other boxing to watch if you really hate that shit. So I don't hate it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be entertained by it. I'm going to sit back, enjoy it. I'm going to see what he's going to do next. I'm interested to see what the undercard going to be, right? Come on, man. I'm trying to get people to think a different way instead of being mad about this shit. It's all good, bro. Man going to make some money. And like I said, imagine you having the opportunity, right, that the job that you at right now, whatever your career path is, whatever it is, you go to work one day, they call you in the office and sit you down and they discuss how you got an opportunity to now make money that you never thought you could make at the current, occupation that you at now. You get what I'm saying? You're going to be like, man, I'm going to get mine. You feel me? You're going to be like, what? What? You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying, man. We be real rough on our people. That's all. And it don't be that deep. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys, man, are going to continue to try to seek that bag. And when those opportunities like this present themselves, expect to see guys take them. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to turn on that money, you know what I mean? For what? You get me? So, yeah, man. But shout out to everybody, man. We're going to keep building, man. So like I said, man, Charlo didn't pull no punches, y'all. Boots. Fundora. Virgil Ortiz. You know what I mean? All fights could be fun. And then he had a message. You know what I'm saying? He had a message. Paul, what it do, fam? How you feeling? He had a message for those that think it's a game. You get me? So this, my 2-year layoff was. Now listen, bro. Listen to this. Because listen to this, bro. This is the shit that I be talking about with fighters. I mean, with the fans. We be writing these guys off. We be critiquing and criticizing guys and tearing them down for injuries and layoffs like it's up to them. They get paid to fight. You think any fighter is ideally trying to sit on the sideline, bro, and not be fighting? Especially a guy that was an undisputed champion at the weight class. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Irvin Mack, man. That's what it's all about, the build, my guy. I appreciate you being open to hearing something different. You get me? No, I mean, it's hard, man, in the sport. This is a poor man's game, a lonely sport, a grimy business. Shit, when you work for years and years, 20 plus years, and you like, man, I got opportunity to make millions now, more millions doing it. Hell yeah, man. Because it's almost like, yes, reap the benefits of all that work, hard work, and sacrifice you put in. Because at the end of the day, no amount of money is worth your life. So if you think of things like that, you like, man, I got an opportunity to sting them. I'm stinging them. But look, let's keep building. Back to this. Listen and learn something, man. What does this say? My 2-year layoff was not by choice. You know why this hit different for me? Because I've heard people shit on him. Man, he got that Canelo bag and retired. Now he comfortable. He ain't hungry no more. He don't want to fight no more. He just don't want to do it. Nah, that Canelo money different. I told y'all. Sold the fans out. Went out there, laid down, didn't fight back. Just gave up for the bag. And we ain't seen him since. First line in there. My 2-year layoff was not by choice. These guys, this is how they get paid, bro. A lot of these guys, this is they bread and butter for some of these guys, especially somebody at that level, operating at that level, being able to make these kind of paydays. You think he trying to be away from the sport? Why? Why would that be good? 2 years is crazy. People don't be getting it. Yeah, behind the hands. You get me, bro? But we like, nah, man, he got the Canelo bag and he ain't even trying to fight. What is he, retired? With Charlo at? And there we go. We ask questions and we don't even listen to the answers when they telling us. So for the people that was trashing them, there you go. My 2-year layoff was not by choice. I've been sitting back watching, letting them talk. And now it's my turn. I'm back sharper than ever. And I'm coming for everything they thought I lost. I'm him. You know, the hashtag lines only. That's why I say, man, business be businessing behind the closed doors, bro. Shout out to Behind the Hands TV. He's spot on. He already know what's up. He know. Yeah, man, got that bag and dude go right on the shelf. And what side is he on? But people tell you that everybody need to sign there. Come on, man. That was the decision. That's something he wanted to do. Think that was in their plans for him to jump up to 68 and fight him? No, that was for his brother. Telling you, bro, dudes be getting penalized for doing them. And we don't even be seeing it. Like, man, fight this guy, fight him, do this, demand that. Next thing you know, you're on the sideline getting criticized with people telling you you're not even good. It's crazy, bro. It's nasty work, bro. Nasty work. But that's what it is, man. These dudes be having shit that's out of their control. And the reason why these guys don't be in the ring, we be just assuming, or some of these fans just assuming that these fighters are being lazy or they comfortable because they made money. The grind don't stop just because you made a good bag, especially when you still got some prime years left. You wanna milk it. Like, I hate to say it, like you want to get as much as what your body would physically allow you to without, not without it being to your own detriment, right? So what I'm saying is when you're still young enough and you got those prime years, you want to be active. That's 2 years of boxing to one of the best fighters at 54. We know that and proven. Been through the ringer, the who's, them lost, got it back, them draw, got it back. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see what this next runner look like if he's granted the opportunity to make any of these fights that he's speaking of. You know what I mean? I ain't even got no picks, personally. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight the guy that just upset Yoenis Tellus. Wouldn't mind seeing that as a comeback, get back fight. But man, when I seen that shark in his mouth, when I seen he had the big fish in his mouth, you know what I'm saying? I said, oh, that's EJ. He talking about, hey, Spence, he talking about you, G. He talking about you. And then he had the other message up. Letting it be known here too how you feel about the game, man. Say, man, this is look, number one. Oh, no, damn, that's not the one. My bad. Pulled up the wrong joint. That wrong joint. My bad, y'all. Mall was Mall Small. You get me? Yeah, you see me. So look, fight day coming soon. No friends in the industry. So he let that be known too. That ain't no friends out here. That's why I be telling you, bro. These dudes is about getting their bag and keeping it moving, man. So it's like he clarified that because people were surprised to see the Spence shot. They feel like that's a direct shot at Spence. I don't know if since then Spence has responded to anything he said, but interesting though. We said battle for Texas, man. I'm telling you, look, they had a competitive like energy today to their relationship to me anyway. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that there's no way that fight could happen. Like if it was one of the Charlos that I thought Spence could possibly fight, it would have been Mell. Not saying it's gonna happen, but I just wouldn't be surprised. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. CG are financially intelligent. Shout out to you, my guy. Yeah, should be hard to bitch about him too. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, man. It's all about getting back in that mix. Give us these fights, man. I like them. I like these fights, bro. I like them. I really do. I do. So, I don't know. Stretched out boxing. What it do, man? So, I don't know, man. Where Charlo goes, this should be interesting. But wanting to smoke, or at least putting your name back on the minds of the people, right? You know what I mean? So that's what this does. So he's saying he's sharper and better than ever, man. So we obviously ready to get back into the mix. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is, it's not ideal for no fighter to take off 2 years in the prime of their career without some good reasoning. So, like I said, Mell Charlo versus everybody at 54, man. He don't got no real picks, but he got a bit of a list, man, because he targeted the who's, man. From EJ, letting it be known it ain't no friends. Fundora, look, the giraffe, you get me? The bull, and Virgil Ortiz, man, Boots. You know what I mean? So he went from like the old guys to the youngins, you know what I mean? Some in between, like he with it. I just want to see the fights, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully he do get it. He said the fight date is coming soon, so that's good news too. So aside from this talking, now this is the crazy part. People probably lose their mind. But even though he put all these guys in pictures, I doubt any of these fights. I highly doubt any of these fights will be the next one. But it don't mean none of them can't happen. You know what I mean? So like I said, pay attention to the guy that just beat Tellus, because they was talking about him potentially fighting. You know what I mean? It's your birthday, brother. Birthday. Oh, shout out to you, Tony. Happy birthday to you, family. And I hope you're enjoying it. Appreciate you pulling up on your boy, man. Appreciate you pulling up on your boy. Double tap the screen, sub to the channel if you're new. We're gonna keep on pushing. So, man, where this goes from here, we'll see. But I like it. Charlo back in the mix at 54 is something I've been saying I want to see for a while. I was wondering when he was going to peek his head back out to play. I know he got to be motivated. Like he said, he done sat back and watched people talk, criticize all these different things. So I think the best way to really put yourself back out there is beat ass. So Lions only versus everybody. That's what I want to see, man. Mell Charlo peeked his head out to play. The Earl Spence thing is, got some people shocked. But like I said, if it was any Charlo that he was going to fight, I thought it could always be Mell Charlo, never Mell. We'll see if that is to come to fruition. And if it do, I'm here for it, bro. I want to see it. If it happens, I'm here for it. But I'm also here for this, too. This is something I seen the other day as well, y'all. This is something I seen the other day, G. Something I seen the other day, y'all. Little nugget head kid Austin, y'all. What y'all feeling about this fight, y'all? Because I like it. I like. So, look, his name, Kid Austin. Shout out to him. I just want to see him be his own man, not abandon his father or leave him hanging. None of that shit. I think you started with him. I know his pops care about him deeply. It's kind of dope that they got a bond where they could rock out with each other and be like an Amos and Andy, if almost right, or I don't know, kid and play type. I don't know. They just chill like that, right? They cool with each other. They got a good relationship, so it seems. But I just would personally like to see him be his own man. I think it would be smart for them to bring another coach in or something like that, where that he could work with in jail and help refine his game and polish his skill set. I think he got a lot of talent, a lot of energy, muscular little kid. I mean, he's strong. He go to work. He get in there and he's making improvements, man. He believe in himself. Like I said, he ain't no stranger to hard work. It's just, I think you allowing him to be his own man. You being his pops will put him in a position where people will gravitate more heavily to him, right? And I think that's something that's missing, right? I think he could be an even bigger name because he's a likable dude. He always smiling, kind of quiet, seem a little shy, bashful, but he gonna get in there and kick your ass. Muscles Malone get in there and scrap, right? You see what he did to Tevin Farmer. He was ready for that opportunity. He exploded like a you know what I'm saying? Like he was shot out of a damn cannon. So I like the kid. I don't dislike him. The Shakur shit is water under the bridge. I just hope they leave that where it's at. I'm gonna play a clip from his pops in a second. He was on Mill City running his jibs again. We gonna talk about that, man. Yo, Cal Cooler, what you see, Ron? He ain't never gonna let him see what you see, Ron. And speaking of Cal Cooler, man, big shout out to the homie, man. Showing much love, man. For that 40 piece in the Cash App, man. Cal, much love, much appreciation to my dog. Always supporting, always showing love.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Cal Cooler. Appreciate you, homie. Much love. But yeah, you ain't gonna never let him down. Let that one down. Right. What you see, Ronnie? Nothing, because I ain't training you. Cheat, chant. And see, like, let's talk about it, because we're gonna cook on it a little bit, then we're gonna talk about this matchup and we're gonna keep it pushing. I got a video to play from his pops in a minute. We're gonna get to that as well. But this kid is likable, he's talented, he's improving, young, youthful. He seemed confident as hell that he can beat whoever they put him in there with. I just don't think you got to oversell him. because people see what he is. And I think if you allow him to keep putting him in there with those matchups, matching him up and getting him the experience, I think he's going to be right where he needs to be. You know what I mean? But you don't want to see a guy get stagnated because the pops won't let him be him, won't let him grow and be the man that he needs to be, right? Like he's a likable kid, like I said. So, you know what I mean? Hannibal was good with it. Where he goes from here, telling you that Ronnie, what you see, Ronnie? Kid Austin versus Lucas is gonna be the next one. Though this kid still got training wheels on. So look, we're gonna talk about that too. Favorite G's was good with it, bro. Now they are reporting that they're in negotiations with this fight. I do think this will be a jump up from what they've been fighting. Now I do think did Muratalla fight for him? I don't know if they got common opponents or not, but this will be a good fight. But let me tell you, I've seen this before. And a lot of times where they make these announcements like, look, just because they negotiate don't mean the fight will happen. But I think hearing that Lucas' body is in the mix, I think his name was already in the mix before. Yeah, he did, didn't he? I thought I wasn't tripping. So that would be a good fight with the common opponent, especially the way Kid done him. Nobody done Farmer like that, right? So him and Raymond Muratalla would be good, but it's risky as hell. And are they ready to take that much of a risk? And you look at his dad gonna say yeah, whatever he gonna say in the media, but what Oscar gonna say ultimately, I think is what's gonna matter the most, gonna have the most weight. And Lucas' body seems like a more winnable fight. And with him having a big win over Ashton Seal and winning since then, he just beat Roger Gutierrez, right? You know, he's been putting together some wins, so I think it would make sense for him to make that fight, go in there, swoop in there, beat that guy, and see where you go from here. But I just don't see this happening next because, look, Raymond, this will be for a belt, right? This will be for a belt. This will be for the IBF title. Where is they ranked that in the IBF? I'm not for sure where they ranked that. So shit like that matter. And I thought they was high in the WBA. I thought that was the belt they was pursuing. I thought it was all Tank gonna retire and all this shit. You get me? So it's when I see this, I like it. But like behind the hand said, bro, Lucas' body is going to probably be the next guy. Still some training wheels on. I would love to see it, but I think it's less likely to happen. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Raymond Muratalla? There go my guy LW the plug. Ain't Raymond Muratalla supposed to be taking like some voluntary defense? And I seriously doubt if it'd be against a Kid Austin. You know what I'm saying? So look, I can only talk about what they put out there, but I can tell y'all what I think about it. Again, when I hear the two names that's out there, I feel like Lucas' body would be more of the choice than a Raymond Muratalla. I don't know where he's at in the IBF, like I said. And I've never heard them mention this guy name, no mention of it. Never heard his dad speak about this either. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I don't see this one coming to fruition. Shout out to LW, the plug, my guy. Kid number 3. Number 2 is Andy Cruz for the IBF. Okay, appreciate that, Von. And so he is ranked high up there, but yeah, I still think it's less likely to happen, though. For sure. Definitely think it's less likely to happen. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Gotta check my DM. I got you, bro. Let me see. Gotcha. Peace to the Queen Shay. How you feeling today? Man? Make sure y'all double tap the screen if y'all haven't, man. And we're gonna keep getting to this. But yeah, good. Like, you know, shock value or just seeing it. It was a good conversation, good fight, interesting fight. I think it'd be a nice little leap for for Kid Austin. Not sure that that's the direction they're going. You just never know, though. Anything could happen, but I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It was talks about him fighting Lucas' body before. It was talks about him supposed to fight Ashton Seal. Lucas' body ended up getting that fight, right? And he won it. We all seen how he won it. He's been winning since. But he looks very, very beatable. Respect to him, man. He looks beatable, man, because he get hit. And bro had him with two raccoons, man, proper raccoons. Oh, yeah, it just came in just now. Shout out to my dog. I'm gonna go against the grain. I like Muratalla versus Schofield next. Muratalla should have a voluntary next before the mandatory. Andy Cruz. Schofield is number 8 with the IBF. Would be a good fight for Ontario, California. Toyota Center. So you think so? That gives me hope. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, predictions do be coming right. But you spoke on this even before they put this out. So right, so which is dope. But hey man, that give me a little hope. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that's how accurate your predictions been. So you do think you feel like there's a chance it happen? Let's see. I wouldn't be mad, but if it don't, I'll say this, Dub. If it don't, some tell me, man. Some tell me that they gonna go find something else to do. You get me? And I ain't gonna say they ducking, but some tell them. Let's see if this fight get over the hump. I would love it then. The Butcher, what it do, homie? I like this fight. Respect the kid Austin. I like the way he got Tevin Farmer out of there. He showed that, look, I'm here. I'm here. Strong, hungry, talented. He driven. Let's see how far he can take it. I know he a motivated young kid. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the plug, though. He be on point, man. That's crazy. And look what they talking about. So, yeah, like I said, Dub, you be on point with it. But the only thing I think was soilless would possibly be Team Schofield. I ain't gonna lie. It's Pops. Somebody watch. They gonna do something. Tunnel vision. What's good with it? So we'll see. You know what I mean? You'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Cause that, like I said, I initially felt like they'd go with the other guy in Lucas' body. Just to stylistically, I think Kid Austin matches up better with I think he matches up better with Lucas, obviously, than Raymond Muratalla, but it'll be a fun fight. We'll see, man. Like I said, bro, I seen a lot of your predictions be right. A lot of them. And I can't remember you being wrong, especially with stuff like this. So we're gonna see, man. Style-wise, though, I don't know. Muratalla, you got a good trainer, Robert Garcia, well schooled, man. He can be caught, though. He's been knocked down once or twice in his career. I know Kid Austin, man. He's an explosive kid. He probably come out there and try to jump right on him or something like that, man. And it'll be a good fight, bro. I just feel like Muratalla could be a bit out of their plans, you know what I'm saying, outside the norm. But I don't know. I mean, maybe they do think they'll go in there and beat him. But if he fight Lucas Body next, I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't heard Lucas Body mention it. I seen him doing some interviews. I ain't seen him say nothing about it, but I want to know what with Team Robert Garcia and Muratalla think about this opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Farmer's a beast for his age. Yeah, for sure. Muratalla turned that Cruz is mandatory. I think for a voluntary, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it was because he got time, I believe. I'm not mistaken. How much time, Dub? Don't Muratalla got time before he had to fight Andy Cruz is mandatory? Can he take a voluntary in between? I thought he had a year. What, he had a year? I thought he had some time in between fighting this dude. So that's how I look at it. They be doing business. It's just like, if I can fight somebody in between and maybe get an extra bag, and then fight him, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? You see that stuff all the time. I mean, yeah, you got some time or something like that. So we'll see, man. Because I believe you get stripped if you don't fight the mandatory. You'll get stripped. So maybe you got a situation where you could work out. That's what I was hearing. He was going to take a voluntary and maybe pivot back to Andy Cruz in the process after the fact. B3 picks. What's good, B3? How you feeling, my guy? Cringe when kid get offered a big fight. His pops makes me think. That's why you notice that's what I was saying. It ain't even him. I just feel like if it don't, still Dub, you on point. But if it don't, I feel like it'll be his pops the one that's getting away, say something to do something or suggest something. And that's how I see it. Seem like he does that. You know what I mean? Because Kid Austin and Ashton Seal would have been a fun fight too. You know what I'm saying? Some fights. Muratalla has until December 11th to do a voluntary. After that, IBF will order Muratalla versus Cruz. See? That's why that's my guy. Tap into the plug if you haven't. Double tap the screen. Let's keep cooking. So, yeah, man. Dude gonna end up taking a voluntary, and then he'll pivot back to cruise. That's what I'm saying. He in position, so they're gonna have to fight. You know what I'm saying? Gonna have to, or you're gonna have to give up that title. So in the meantime, I don't know, Dub. You've been right, bro, with your predictions. You know I know. So hey, you gave me hope that this could happen. But if it don't, remember I said the reason for it. I think it would be Pops, not Kid. You know what I mean? I think Kid will get in there and do whatever and fight whoever, right? Young, hungry, just want to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? But let's see if it materializes, man. I think this would be a real test for him, for both of them, though, because athletically, Kid Austin could push you, man. He's strong, come forward guy. He love to switch in there, even if he don't know why he doing it, but he switch his ass off, right? Got some dog in him. You see how he respond and getting cut on his face, man. He fought even harder, right? So he got some qualities about him that I like, man. And he just got to just keep polishing his game. And he going to be tougher to beat as time go on if somebody don't beat him, because he always working. So, you know what I mean? As long as Pops don't get in his way, I think he can do something. Say rather get fights made in private. Publicity makes Pops do weird shit every time. You're right. Every time. Every time. Muratalla prefer to brawl over the boxer. Makes sense for right now anyway. Shit, you know what I mean? Two young fighters is what boxing fans want. Yeah. And sometimes the butcher, they get an opportunity where they can put it on the line. You know what I'm saying? We see it. Look, shit. Credit to Jahad Tucker and Truck Simpson for putting it on the line. You know what I'm saying? Taking that chance for either one of them. Risk on either side, right? I thought that was dope to see that. Yeah, they saved from jurors. You know what I mean? Rob, what it do, homie? Man, she ain't gonna start a rumor and say Muratalla tried to drug. I'm telling you, he better not. He better not. I hope not. Because soon as fast as they say they discussing something, next thing you know, it's gonna be like, fight off. Pop's gonna say something wild, bro. Pop's gonna say something wild. You know how you give it up. You're gonna be like, man. Oh man. Shit, man. Let's get to it though. Man, but look, good fight. It's a real test for Kid Austin. He could lose this fight. I don't know if this one say this 50-50 type matchup, but Muratalla got a bit more experience, more polish to his game, a little more refined. Fights with a different energy, Kid Austin. You know, he get in there, he be trying to blast you out. You see it work for him in his last fight, but you know, he just got to keep working on polishing himself. But he a tricky fighter for guys because he active, energetic. Like I say, switch hit. He be doing some things in there, man. Kid he be in his bag a little bit. You know what I mean? He's not no trash fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think some of the things he do with the jumping in and stuff could be a bit predictable depending on who he's fighting. But he a guy that you can't underestimate because, I mean, he's determined, very determined, and he gonna try. I don't think he's a scary dude. He don't fight scary. He fight with a lot of confidence, and I think that also makes the young kid dangerous. He young, he hungry, he believe in himself as he should, but he fight like it, you know. So I mean, he still fight with a bit of the young boy energy, as I like to call it, but nonetheless, he's still getting there and makes it up. You got some fighters coming from out of there. Yeah, man. Telling you, got some real talent. Jai versus Truck was an example I want him to follow. Fight now, don't wait. Yeah, if you got the opportunity to, and you ain't scared to put it on the line, or you ain't hesitant, should I say, if you're not apprehensive about taking those type of challenges early in your career, hell yeah, I'm in full support of what they just did. You know what I'm saying? That was risky for both guys already having a loss on their record. Truck with more than one, right? So that was risky as hell, and that's why I respect him. So many people will move on and call him ass or trash, but I don't think that's the case. I still rock with Truck. You know what I mean? So you call Ice Hotline right now trying to get more time support. Tank dropping the belt. Nah, I don't think he'll have to, especially if this is like a one-off. I don't think he'll have to. Only way he don't have that belt if they strip him, and I don't know if they will do so, but no, I doubt it. You know what I mean? Caleb Parker, if you coming on it, you're not coming, yeah, he'll catch you. Schofield stays disciplined, he could win. Guys out there going all out. Younger man, if he had to be paid. Yeah, he was a bit more patient, tactical. Like I said, Rod, he still fight with the young boy energy. You got to just double tap the screen or hold the screen and it'll pop up southpaw. Nah, this is just the doing the vertical live. It's not a new feature, but every now and then I do it from time to time. Because sometimes, you're able to reach different people with this view for whatever reason. That algorithm work different. But just trying something a little different. But yeah, double tap and let's keep getting to it. But yeah, man, Schofield Sr. might get in his way. That's the fight up. Who knows? But it's a good sign. I like fights like this, man. It'll say a lot about Schofield, I think, as a fighter if he take this. Even Lucas Body's a good fight. I just think stylistically it's a bit more favorable for him because of the way Lucas Body fight, and he's just very hittable, man. Roderick Gutierrez had his shit blacked all up, so I don't know, man. Kid Austin, I think stylistically or from an athletic standpoint, could be a headache. You know what I'm saying? I think it could be a problem for Lucas Body. We'll see. You never know. You never know. Where's my, there we go. About to say what's going on. All right, let's keep going, y'all. Let me get to this, man. From Schofield Sr. He back running them jibs again. That's his problem too, though, man. He be having a lot of shit to say about these other fighters, bro. But just gotta focus on making sure your son constantly getting into the ring and keep challenging the right dudes. He said Junior allowed to display the 5 or 6 styles of boxing. He sure do. He just won't stop talking about Shakur. Like I thought the love affair would have been over. We're constantly speaking on Shakur. Yeah, you just gotta double tap the screen, or you hold it and it pop up. You see the description and all that.
Like, you did mention a while back once again that Tank is not going to rematch Roach and he's going to fight Jake Paul. What's your reaction to all this back and forth with Javante not filling the rematch clause and just fighting Jake Paul and that whole situation and reaction of the fight itself?
I feel people people got issues because at 200 million mandatory, or either go fight for 5 million. It's a no-brainer. Like,
And
what's wrong with people? It's a
a hard
no-brainer.
fight. A hard
Right.
fight.
And we prize fighters. They prize fighters.
Right.
And the prize is big. And he's gonna retire soon. So you got
That's it.
200 million right here, and you're about to retire soon, or either a $5 million fight.
Wait a minute. Kid said he disagreed. Why does he disagree?
I think it's just from a fighter standpoint. And on top of that, he got a draw. It's not like you won. Like you won and you gonna go fight Jake Paul. You got a draw, man. You gotta go get that back.
Why? It was a cherry pick.
I mean, yeah, it was a cherry pick, and you
Bruce
look
was a-
and you didn't
So
look
hold
good.
on.
So you
So
gotta
hold
go get
on.
it back.
Let me ask you a question, kid. So if you had a chance to go get it back or go take the $100 million fight, the $200 million fight, what would you do?
I'm going to get it back.
He would go get it back. That's why I'm running the business. He
You
would
going
go
to get
it
the?
back.
Oh, okay.
I'm
So you would go
I'm
get
I'm
it back.
going to get it back because that fight's always gonna be there. It's Tank. He's always gonna be there for like the next 3 years. Probably he's gonna be there. So go get it back. I mean, at the
Just in
end,
case he lose.
who?
Tank.
Then he went and he tried.
Oh, hell no. Fuck a try.
See,
No, you can't do
my
that.
team and them,
You
they be
bet.
they lucky they got a fighter like me. I'm just saying. Here you go.
Yeah, Pop, stay on the business.
I
Stay on the
think
business.
Roach was a cherry pick going wrong. He's not ranked in the top 10, so everybody talking
Cherry, that's
about
a good
for him
title.
to fight at
Cherry pick going
135.
wrong.
Right, he's a 130-pound guy. He's not even ranked at 135, so it's a cherry pick. Why don't they fight somebody ranked in the top 5? That's what it comes down to at their weight. Like now, Shakur want to fight this little guy. It's like, what about 1, 2, or 3? Y'all not gonna pick 1, 2, or 3 or nothing. Y'all just gonna jump to a whole nother weight class, and a guy that's not ranked in this weight class.
Or he didn't win. He looked
He
Lee
terrible.
never
was good,
should have had
homie.
to fight. He only picked Roach to avoid you. it is what it is. Number one, and you pick Roach. Although we your mandatory. We hold 2 belts. We your mandatory, but they keep going over kid. So that's all that is. So I don't really care about the Roach thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't want.
Nah, he picked Roach because ain't nobody thinking about your son. Oscar De La Hoya looks at your son and still a prospect. Why the fuck would Tank fight you? What would it prove? Like what? You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't make it to the altar with Shakur. Like, that's bad business. Like, people ain't even going to want to deal with y'all. You know what I'm saying? You got to stop trying to push that they ducking you. Like, you get what I'm saying? That the shit like that is why I feel like they ain't going to take certain fights, because it's always, this one's ducking us. This one's ducking us. Like, you still putting yourself in position. Nobody's ducking you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, champion's going to be ranked. They're not in the rankings. Right. Shout out to Z. What's good, homie? 200 million is crazy. You get what I'm saying? Can't get a chance to get that money. He gonna get
Roach
it
too small.
Give him to me. Go ahead.
Roach too small. I know that for a fact.
Is that a step up from Farmer?
No, Javante is a step up from Farmer. Knocking out the boogeyman of the Shakur is a step up for us. All these other guys to me is a step.
Why? But if they say that Roach just, some say he beat Javante, then he's a tough fighter. I mean, shouldn't that be like a?
He's not ranked. He's not in the top 10. He's not even ranked. We going for the title. Why would we go backwards?
He already put a performance on to show the world something. He showed the world that he is in championship level. You know what I mean? So he is a factor right now in the sport, in the game. I mean, wouldn't he be somebody that you guys would go after? I mean, just to show, okay, here's a fight that you fought and people said this and then you didn't get a rematch, so we fought him and we beat him. Now can we get
you
the shot?
you don't worry about going to prove to people, because there's billions of people on this planet. You're not going to be able to prove to everybody. He's not ranked in the top 10 where we at on none of the governing bodies. We going for the belts. We're not worried about a Roach. It's going to be a million Roaches along our journey, people that the world say we supposed to fight. But right now, we're in position to gain something that will create generational wealth for his kids. We break all the generational curses once we get those belts. So we're not looking at a Roach. Roach can't help us right now. Them titles can.
That's what he's saying. Roach can't help us. But keep in mind, you did fight Tevin Farmer. You didn't have a title. A lot of the arguments that he be making, he contradict himself, because you'll fight a guy that's lesser than the opponent you being asked about. I just had a different point. You know, I think obviously Lamont Roach got more fights left in him than Tev, right? You know what I'm saying? Just the one loss, just the draws, right? But that would be a good fight. It would be a good test. I get him when he say, oh, well, you chasing the belts. But if your next fight is not for a belt, you see how that shit don't be making sense? If your next guy that you fight, at least on paper, looks like a lesser fighter than Lamont Roach, you see how that shit don't make sense, right? Say you fight Lucas Body next, and that's not a belt. See how that don't make sense? So, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, old school.
And if Roach want to move up to 135, he can always campaign to come get a fight. But right now, he's not even in the top 10. We want the people that's here within the top 5. And Roach got a fight coming up against Mell because he's going to be the mandatory. So he got his hands full already. So unless he's going to avoid him and just drop the title and come to 135, he got a tough fight coming up.
Like that?
Yeah, he about to be mandatory soon. Let him keep winning like he need to do.
I don't think Cornell can make 130.
That's what he fight at, isn't it?
He's been fighting at 135 for the past couple.
No, he hasn't. Oh, a couple of fights. That's it. But he campaigns at 130. That's why Floyd calling out Roach at 130.
That's where he wants to get his first title
shot. That's where Roach got his belts at. Yeah, that's where he's champion. So Roach is too small for Floyd. Whether he did good against Tank ain't Floyd, and Floyd ain't Tank.
So
Roach, in my opinion, is not too small for Kid Austin.
Your thoughts on Shakur saying, hey, if he don't fight Teal, he would fight Roach. Not a good fight.
Shakur just market. He talks shit to market. Shakur don't want to fight nobody. That's why he never fought nobody. He been talking this shit forever, but haven't fought a top A-level fighter. That's just their marketing way. That's how they market, man.
Your son is not an A-level fighter. Fighting your son would have only proved what a lot of people already thought. It would have been too early. Y'all really did all of this shit, clout chasing, man. This is where I start getting annoyed because you say nobody, he fought nobody. Who your son fighting? Seriously. He ain't fought nobody on Shakur level. He probably never will when it's all said. He keep letting you make the decision.
That's that side. They call out people, then the negotiations break down or some shit happens on the sideline. You know, these dudes don't want to fight nobody like that. They want to pass out. He's not gonna fight Roach. She'll fight Roach? Hell no, he ain't gonna make no money for Roach. He probably will. Roach team is not giving that much money that Shakur's asking.
Bro, what the hell? See, he already dumb. What the hell is he talking about, bro? What the hell is he talking about? He just be saying shit.
You talking about Shakur and Roach. What do you think
money.
about
Stop worrying about his money.
Floyd?
Stop worrying about his money. Why wouldn't he fight Roach? Damn, stop speaking on I hate it. Just keep it boxing. Y'all had an opportunity and you messed it up. Thanks to your goofy ass, man. I don't care for Pops. Kid is cool. Man, his Pops is goofy.
What's Floyd?
Grown ass.
I'm gonna ask the same question to your son. As far as what do you think about Shakur saying, he would want Teofimo first, if not Lamont Roach?
See, I want to say this, Mills. I ain't gonna lie. You really think you slick? Because I wasn't even supposed to be doing interviews, and you got an interview out of me. So I will say you good at that. Go ahead and ask your question.
He just asked, how do you feel about Shakur saying he'll fight Roach if he don't fight Tio?
You gotta stop asking about Shakur.
I really don't care. Like that business has nothing to do with me. If Shakur fight Roach, I feel like Shakur is only taking the fight because he know Roach is small, and that's probably at least the win for Shakur. I think he'll beat Tio. Yeah.
Tio?
Why did y'all fight Tevin Farmer? Because y'all knew he was old and on his way out? Like, imagine trying to trash fighters that's in better positions than the guys that you're fighting. That's the problem. That's a good fight, but because y'all two goofies are haters, you didn't make it. Shakur, you not fighting Shakur did you a favor. I'm willing to bet anything you would have lost. I'm willing to bet anything he would have lost. Anything. I don't think he polished enough to beat somebody like Shakur. Respectfully, that's not no Tevin Farmer, bro. That shit different. Respect the kid Austin. He's a talented fighter, bro. But when it come to speak, and no, mind you, all this shit he's saying is coming from a guy that was actively saying Shakur is my favorite fighter. I learned so much from him. It's my favorite fighter. Like, he crazy. He never solo in the interview. He never will be either, bro. Never. They knew Farmer was great. Right. They knew Farmer was on his way out. Like, that's just me saying that. Like, you see how silly it sounds? Only he fight Roach because Roach is small. Like, Roach is small what? Shakur ain't big as hell. Roach was bigger than Tank. What we talking about? Dudes ain't worlds apart. Like, they ain't way bigger than Roach. That's stupid to say. You don't win his fights outside, man.
Well, I'm not saying he's gonna stop Tio, but he's gonna outbox Tio. Tio can't. Oh my God, Fendor Martin.
You can beat him. Tio can beat him. Roach won't beat him.
Yeah, anything doing with other fighters, Shakur, all these other dudes that ain't in my where I'm focused on. I don't care about it, honestly, because it's getting to the point where all the talking back and forth on social media is getting corny. Like, I'm just ready to fight. I'm ready to get my title shot and then unify with all these other fighters.
My title shot.
But if the fights do happen, I will watch as a boxing fan. I will like to see the outcome of that. And like I said, Roach did look good his last fight. I think Tank wasn't how he was supposed to be because I feel like didn't have Calvin and probably didn't do the right things in training camp. That ain't Roach's fault. Roach looked good, and I would like to see the fight.
Chris, man, I don't know, man. For the Ring magazine, go right up under their post, Chris. To go right up under their post that there's no negotiations with Kid Austin and Muratalla. Go tell them that they report is false. Because the only report was out. Like, it's false. Go tell them. You did. Go let them know.
Do I care for it? No.
Now you guys said that you guys have some news. Can you guys spit it out now, or do you have to wait?
Oh, I just told you the news. Y'all just read between the lines. I told y'all Luke
Oh, you
is gonna
doing
be
that shit
fighting. I
again?
told y'all Luke is gonna be fighting us. If y'all can read between that line, I showed y'all the video of the belts. When they decide to release to the world, then it's gonna be on.
I just got off with Lucas. He just
I ain't talking
when I
about
meant
Lucas. I'm talking about Alpha. Lucas get to fight for Tank's title, right?
yeah.
Lucas is gonna fight us. So if y'all can't read between that line,
Wait, I gotta see this interview because I want to hear what he
like I
said.
put up, WBA sent us a belt. We won the Continental. The belt we got was
Man,
in the Continental. So in time, I'm not gonna say too much, but in time, y'all will see what the
I
move
meant
that's happening.
because
You
I
can read between.
legitly mentioned it to him. That's why. Smash the like button, man. Talk to me, Soup. Talk to me.
All right, listen, man. Some good fights coming up. Who said boxing dead?
Okay, there y'all go. It was freezing up.
You're
So
back.
Dr. Chris, you spoke with his dad. That's what's up. But I still don't change the fact that I report the news. Ring Magazine put it out, but I also stated why I felt like he would fight Lucas Body before I even pulled this video. Shout out to Mell. I see you. I'm good with so salute to you. I'm glad you spoke to his dad. That's how you get to the source. So, Turkey is what? Ring Magazine is Turkey shit, right? Turkey did admit to putting out misinformation and see how people respond, right? So, there's no beef, but we just talked about it. You know what I mean? It'd be a good fight if they made it. I didn't see it being next. You know what I mean? It's possible, but, I felt like Lucas Body stylistically is a better matchup for them. And I could see they got them two options on the table. I think they go with Lucas Body as opposed to Muratalla. I could be wrong, but we'll see. We'll see.
But I just announcement that we're gonna be fighting for the title soon.
We couldn't hear what you said for
Title
the
soon.
last 6 seconds.
I said we're gonna be fighting for the world title soon. That's the big announcement. That we fighting for the title. I don't know whether he's gonna vacate it
Congratulations.
for
Congratulations.
good or
They're
how it's
saying what
working.
it do,
But
homie.
Tank ain't coming back to 135.
No. Speaking.
I don't know what Tank gonna do, man. I guess they just hoping on it. They just hoping that he vacate the title or whatever the case so they could fight for it. They say they fighting for the title next. When they don't fight for the title next, he's gonna make another excuse and blame somebody else. I just think as far as in terms of a mouthpiece, respect to Kid Austin as a fighter, but I think he could use a different person that's speaking for him. His dad just say a lot of shit, and if you really pay attention to what he said, how much of it don't come to fruition, you'll feel like he just be talking. Raymond ain't good to me. Keep that warm. That warm for young Abdullah. Yeah, shit gonna be interesting, but I tell you what, it'd be a problem, I think, for
Tank
Kid.
ain't coming back. Nah, he ain't coming back to 135.
We'll see what Tank do, but they saying
Okay.
they fighting for a
Okay.
title.
I like this.
He just gotta make the announcement. Him and the WBA gotta make the announcement after this fight. Cause it's going to 140, 147. He out of 135.
Okay. Okay. This is interesting.
So Floyd got to fight Lucas for his belt.
Shout out to Chris. Appreciate you.
You gotta fight Lucas for his belt. So, is there like a time frame? I asked Lucas if it would possibly be on the Jake Paul and Tank undercard, and he said he doesn't know if he'll be ready for that. Was it anything talks of that date per se?
Nah, he might duck. Knowing him, he gonna probably not want to take the fight. But we fight in November, the end of November,
Oh,
December.
okay. Okay, November, December.
That's what I think this fight gonna be. They waiting for Lucas. He had to win, and now they gotta wait for his next move. So I'm waiting to hear what they're gonna do. If not them, then the next person.
You gotta wait for that eye to get swollen.
Yeah. So that's about it. He's just gonna fight for the title and get out 2 titles, and, and then see if Shakur want to take the fight because they've been
Black boy,
ducking. We
that's
want
what we're
Shakur.
on.
That's who he won. He said that's who won. We did our part. I don't know why Shakur ducking. We not in the hospital no more. We didn't pull out that fight. all that nonsense they starting, we should be rightfully in line to have that fight. We did our part. We was in line to have a fight. It is what it is. Why y'all running and scared and grabbing Mason? Give us Shakur. Shakur don't got nobody else to fight right now. So that's on them. So I don't want nobody in media thinking we want to fight Shakur. We called for that fight. They saying Jay Prince, we not having that fight. Turkey said y'all not allowed to fight over here. Y'all not having that fight. So his bosses, Shakur bosses, won't allow him to fight. Our team follow what we say. We say we want to fight. All right, where do we sign
Your
at? So he
bosses,
don't
man.
have that luxury like us. He got to answer to Turkey, and Turkey said, nah, they're going to protect him. So I don't think they're going to have.
Yo, I swear, yo, I hope some strange kind of way that fight get made so Shakur could kick his little ass and keep it pushing. You got to stop trying to push the fact that he's scared. If he was scared of your son, he would have never gave him the opportunity that he never worked for. I don't understand that. So that's why if I'm Shakur, the only way I fight him, if they got to be paying me, it got to make sense. Ain't no more, I'll just give him an opportunity. I really did some shit that I've never seen done in boxing before. And then you got the audacity to sit up here with a straight face talking about somebody is still ducking your son. If it ain't Shakur ducking your son, it's Tank ducking your son. Oh, we fighting for the title next. Oh, nah, the Shakur, we want that fight. Y'all don't know what y'all want. You don't know what y'all want. You probably don't even know who y'all fighting next. All he do is just get up here and say a bunch of shit. None of it is ever backed or validated by anything, any truth. He just be throwing shit out there. Just lying. Ah, Shakur, I don't know why they ducking and scared. He got to answer to his boss. It's Turkey and them. They're going to protect him. How was they protecting him when they was giving you and your son the opportunity? The reason they said, tell the whole story. The reason they said you're not fighting over there because you started blaming Saudi Arabia, bro, for what happened to your son. That's why they asked you out. You done burnt that bridge, bro. This dude, all he do is lie. That's all he do is lie, bro. That's all. That's all. Chris, I don't know what you might came in late, bro, but you telling you might be maybe it's some people that might not know that, but you're talking to somebody that already I definitely know that. Like you might have came in the wrong part of the conversation. Like we well aware that these fighters don't have 100%. We well aware about promoters having in-house fights. Like we've had those conversations before. At the end of the day, this dude had an opportunity. He was given an opportunity to fight Shakur and they blew it. And now he keeps sitting up here acting like somebody is running from him. If that was the case, he would have never gave you the opportunity to begin with. Turkey Al-Sheikh was fine. Yeah, fine with you fighting on the card and fighting Shakur. And then you blame every single person for what happened to your son. There was no accountability on y'all behalf. I'm not saying you got him sick, but it's this one, it's that one. Masseuse Lady, Cream, Saudi Arabia. Oh, it was poison in the... it was a garbage can. It was the clues is in the garbage can. They poisoned them. It's just like you was all over the place. And then you get to sit up here with a straight face and say somebody ducking you. Nobody's ducking you, fam. The fact is you just blew an opportunity. If you got sick at the last minute, that's truly unfortunate. It is. But that's you're not being honest and genuine when you say somebody is scared or ducking you. It's nothing to be scared or ducking, man. Tevin Farmer and Shakur is worlds apart, bro. I'll let you know that. And he damn sure ain't no Rene Garone that probably added some of these great chin hairs in because he had you in the corner losing your damn mind. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. The Ring Magazine, we get it all the time, but we know how it go with this boxing shit. They throw shit out there, see how people respond. It don't come to fruition. Like I said, more than likely a guy's going to take the more favorable matchup if it's offered to him. And that's what we probably see. But I could be wrong because my guy Dub don't miss. So
because he don't mess with T.O. Turkey.
We'll see.
So I think that's all smoke and mirrors. No, he said T.O. can't fight on his card no more. So why are you calling out a fight from somebody that can't fight on the card?
Shout out to Chris. Appreciate you,
that they ain't even going to allow you to fight. So that's just the smoke and mirrors.
But maybe it.
Yeah, but collectively, man, fighters don't have 100% of the say. Yeah, be on the promoters and all of that, but these guys say yay or nay at the end of the day. And if it's supposed to be the promoter working for them, not the other way around, but because of guys not being involved in their business and not taking their careers by the horn, so to speak, guys are allowed to play games and they leave them to handle all the business and they just fight. Where I feel like guys need to be a lot more hands-on with their careers. At the end of the day, they gotta take the punches and shit like that. So yeah, we know it's the promoters, the networks, guys be hand in hand. We get it. Shout out to you, fam.
What does it happen on a turkey card?
He belonged to Turkey. What you mean?
Oh, he
Him and Mason,
belonged to
him and
Turkey.
Mason belong to Turkey. When they became the ambassadors, they
Yo.
signed to that. They signed to that man and that company. He
Damn.
got dealings with they got dealings with Matchroom and Jay Prince. All of them is signed under that Turkey umbrella. We on a whole different side. We on the Golden Boy side of the street. It's two different sides. So to me, it's kind of good because it's like a rivalry. We don't like their side, and their side don't like our side. From Oscar to all of them. So yes, we want to put on a good fight. We hope it builds up and they have a Golden Boy against Turkey ring fight,
Yeah,
and
but
put us the main
aren't
event against Shakur.
yeah, but hold on, aren't isn't Oscar and Turkey partners?
Nah, not
So
at
how they
all.
do business? So how they do business?
They did business, not at all.
They don't
But
do
they
You
didn't
gotta
do
business.
remember
it.
they
Tell them, Zab, yeah, man. They work with the Turkey, got all them dudes working with them, bro. Stop making it seem like y'all can't make. Nah, don't try that. And they got to stop speaking about Shakur. They got to put themselves in position for that fight. Either you're going to pursue in the WBA or which that, and that's the shit that kills me. They'll tell you Tank on vacate. They'll tell you they're going to fight for the title next, the WBA title. He'll tell you Tank got stripped. Then he'll tell you how he going to retire. How Shakur's supposed to fight him because he was ducking him. So that's the WBC. And then you'll see the information about the ring putting out that Raymond Muratalla and Kid Austin is in negotiations. This shit is crazy. I like Kid. I just think he need to speak more for himself.
Dana White and Oscar is
And
not.
shout out to Mell
They're
City for
not
this
cool.
interview.
So somebody who
Them
go
his
to my
guys over
enemy and do business with my enemy ain't my friend. How if my friend go on that side and give my enemy financial resources to try to topple my business after I looked him out, gave him a belt, a magazine, everything to stand on his own, you think me and you gonna be cool doing business together like that? Like, yo, you played me out. I gave you the belt.
Let me say this again, man. Let me say this again. We get you for the last time, G. Like you're not giving us no info for real. You get me? I'm trying to I hear you, but you're not really telling us nothing we not privy to. Like we get it, you spoke to the fight, but we don't care. Like we know fights get announced, they get discussed. It was already said, just because they're in negotiations don't mean this fight to happen. I could see him doing X, Y, and Z. I think you kind of leak, because you keep typing the same thing. That it's the info. We get it, bro. But we on to something different. We ain't even talking about that no more.
I gave you the magazine. I thought we was forming this one. We was gonna start this thing and
Tell
do,
Raymond
and you go
Muratalla
and
bring
get
his ass on
MMA.
the
So
show.
that's where that at. So it's a rivalry. It's a rivalry, and we just happen to be caught in the middle of the whole shit. We didn't know
Yeah,
that
I'm
thing was gonna
trying to
go
tell
the
him
way that
because
it's
he keeps
going.
saying it
We was caught
it's
in
a
the
little
middle. If y'all
annoying
knew
just
all the
seeing you
shit we
type
went
that
through
shit.
and why we went through
You
that shit,
ain't
it's
tell
because
us
we caught
nothing
in the
we didn't
middle.
know, bro. Nothing.
That's it. Because we caught in the middle of two very powerful people that need to finish their issues with each other on whatever business dealings they had. So it is what it is. Oscar gonna come out victorious though.
He said Oscar's gonna come out victorious though.
Yeah, Oscar know how to build champions. That's one thing you can't take, the knowledge of building a champion and running. Oscar lasted the test of time. There's so many new ones who came and tried to do this, from
Oscar,
50 Cent to everybody
Oscar,
else, and they crumble. They look good in the beginning with all the money. It look all
Mm.
good. But when the test of time, Oscar
Oscar,
the only one who proved that he could build champions and work with champions in last decades. So
Oscar's the
I
only
wish
one.
TKO good, but we want to fight Shakur. If you don't want to fight, keep.
Oscar. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, we going yeah, you telling us about stuff that not only we know about, like there's nothing new. Shout out to Mell City, man. That was cool. Look, I know it's never personal with the Schofield people. I just like to hear from the kid more. But it seemed like he's starting to drink some of that Kool-Aid because he around his pops too long. You know, he went from talking about how Shakur was his favorite fighter, how he learned all this and that from him, to trying to downplay him as a talent. All because y'all clout chased his name all the way to the hospital, to y'all alleged deathbed with your iPhone 28 charger cords plugged to him and shit with your damn, Caribbean funeral music in the background and shit. Like, bro, y'all laughing stock. Y'all played yourself. Like, that's called playing yourself in real time. No accountability for nothing you had going on, just blaming somebody and then expecting the world to believe that the man that offered you an opportunity that you didn't work for is somehow scared of you. That you bad for your son because you push bullshit and rhetoric. You know full well Oscar De La Hoya is telling y'all really what's going on. Like, and he told y'all the whole damn time not to take the fight. That's what made me feel like the fight wasn't going to happen. Then next thing you know, now y'all sick as hell. Man, get out of here. Every time it's time for y'all to step up, you sick, you broke, you hurt your rib, or something else happened. You got a little track record out there. If y'all just rewind the clock a little bit, every time he's supposed to fight somebody, it's always some bullshit. And then they go fight a lesser guy while downplaying and clout chasing the more accomplished fighters. That way of promoting is lame, man. Let that talent speak. That young man is talented. He can fight, bro. He's driven. He worked hard as hell. I'm pretty sure you instill some good values in the kid. Now let that shit shine. Stop talking. Nobody want to see your face for 30 minutes at every interview, bro. Dang, you not the talent, bro. Nobody coming to see you, Otis. Nobody coming to see you, bro. We want to see Muscles Malone and how good he progressing. Nobody want to see you talk for 30, 40 minutes about bullshit, about how everybody is ducking your son, meanwhile fighting much lesser opposition. That shit is corny. Tell us something else, yo. We gonna keep positioning ourselves for these top guys, and that's who we gonna fight. Nobody wants to hear this shit that everybody's scared and ducking. He's gonna vacate. Yeah, he's gonna retire. Yeah, this one ain't gonna fight. Damn, you just know everybody business. Y'all don't even know who y'all fighting next. Talking about you don't want to tell the news. Then he say he fight for a title next. Then when you fight next and it's not for a title, what happened? He gonna blame somebody else. This is the same old shit. Just keep working, man. I'm tired of hearing you selling wolf tail. You selling shit that nobody's buying at this point. Just let the man talent speak. Like that performance, let that shit shine. You already about to clout chase some more shit. I'd rather you talk about the fight and the performance, even though it was in one round. Rather you talk about that shit than keep talking about how everybody ducking your son. You know that ain't true. Put out halfway false information trying to make it seem like the WBA stripped Tank already. Then you showing belts, multiple belts, like we got our new WBA title. Like you got the title he got. Come on, man. So that shit is smoke and mirrors. People get tired of y'all. Man, they start to bleed over into your son. Let that young man talent speak, man. He could fight, bro. He talented, driven, athletic guy. I mean, he could be likable, but he got to separate from you just a bit because he's starting to drink that bullshit Kool-Aid. You don't go from super praising a guy about how talented he is and how he your favorite to trying to shit on him in every interview because y'all played dead not to fight him. Come on, man. Shout out to my baby girl, Miss Jusdueboxing is in the building. Yeah, man. We 50-something subs away from 10K, so if you new, do your boy a solid sub to the channel. Double tap the screen. We're going to keep cooking for a bit. We got a bit more to discuss. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all be doing me dirty on the likes. You know what? I don't even care. We going to build. Back to this cook. But, yeah, man. Look, like his son, I'm going to keep supporting the way I can. But he was the first dude, I think, on social media that ever blocked me. And like I said, if it's anybody that's not disrespectful to these people, it's me. But when you out here willing to say to the guys on steroids, you saying somebody poisons you, planting drugs, you going to get a reaction out of somebody from the boxing community like me that just want to know exactly what the hell are you on that you just can't promote your son the regular way. You get what I'm saying? Think about if you ain't have all this shit going on, all these antics, and then at the end, the British Border Control pull you and you end up sick. I think a lot more people will feel like, damn, that's an unfortunate timing, man. That's unfortunate you ain't get to get the opportunity. But you stack lie on top of lie, and you went down swinging. Like you literally went down swinging, telling lies all the way to the bitter end. You get me? And now you get to spin the block and try to convince the boxing world that the reason that your son is not fighting better oppositions because these guys are scared. They're ducking. Not even if it make business sense for them to even fight you. You still getting called a fucking prospect, but you calling for world champions. Meanwhile, fighting lesser guys, faded world champions. Don't let the Tevin Farmer win go to your head, man. You caught Tev slipping. Would have been interesting to see how that fight would have played out had it win a few rounds. That shit not gonna blind me from the fact that that's not the upper echelon of 135. Respectfully, he's not. It's a good test for you. You passed it with flying colors, but don't let that shit get you outboxed, beat up, and embarrassed onto your next deathbed, bro. Get out of here, man. It's Pops, man. We want to hear more kid. No disrespect, bro. Tired of hearing you, man, with that rhetoric and that bullshit, that clout chasing. We don't want to hear that shit no more. We want to see who y'all going to fight next. You want to say everything but who y'all want to fight next. You know who everybody else is not fighting, but y'all don't know who y'all fighting next. Then you're going to lie to these people talking about we fighting for a title next. What fucking title are y'all fighting for? Because you got this regional belt. Then you got this, intercontinental. I don't know what he got. Intercontinental People's Champion belt. I don't know what the hell them belts is that he was advertising. But you know that's not the belt Tank got. So if you fight for a belt next, it's not none of the major titles. Which one is it? This guy, bro. Yeah, I told y'all Tank retiring already. Man, he retiring, coming back to 135. I told y'all he was going to touch my son. He ain't never won a title. Bro. Get yourselves out of prospect status, man. Put yourself in a contender space for real. And stop calling for then you'll be able to, you know what I mean? Them champions gonna have to fight you. All y'all gotta do is keep winning. Shout out to K Calls. How you feeling, bro? Urban Mac, my dog, man. He dimming the light. His kid, his dumbass scenarios, lies. He just, bro, let the young man be great. He gotta get punched in the face. You out here playing. Yeah, man, everybody's scared. They ducking it. Turkey gonna protect them. Turkey, you trying to convince people that Turkey is going to protect Shakur from somebody that they allowed, that they scheduled to fight for. You cannot make this shit up. No, they don't want to do business with y'all no more. Could you blame them? You blamed your son's situation on Saudi Arabia. You blamed everybody and never took no accountability. It's everybody's fault. Nah, bro, that's going to make people not want to do business. Ain't no way in hell. If I'm Shakur Stevenson, ain't no way in hell I want to fight y'all. Like what? Bro, you said they planted drugs. Man, they got you swatted. Flattened multiple rental car tires. They committed a B&E for a damn passport, bro. It got to a point I didn't even know whether to laugh or be annoyed by the shit. He just wouldn't stop, bro. He would not. I'm like, dude. Then he stopped for a little while, and then he started this shit right back. I was like, man, he bogus, bro. I ain't with that. So, look, I like the kid. I think he's going to keep winning. I think, he's talented, bro. You know what I mean? With the right opportunity, he could do something with it. You know what I mean? Because he a workhorse. Anybody that's committed, that don't cheat the game, that's willing to put the work in, that kid is working, he's going to win. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to put himself in good position in his career. But I don't know, man. I don't know. His dad, just less talking from him and more from his pops. I mean, more from him and less from his dad. I mean, got the Intercontinental Tag Team belt from Cage Match in his backyard. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, with Chris Go, you need the Muratalla online. Yeah, I'd like to get Muratalla. I feel him. He was trying to drop some knowledge, but we already be knowing that stuff over here. We be in tune, but that'll be the highlight. They're not here to really build. They're like, well, I know this. I talked to the fighter. I was able to talk to Big G. We appreciate you, bro. But, if you got information, share it, and we're going to get right, and we're going to keep it pushing. But, yeah, man. So let's see who they fight next. Like I said, you hear that? You seen the Muratalla shit. He says Muratalla said they not negotiate with him at all. We already felt like Muratalla was going to take some voluntary type of fight before he dealt with the Andy Cruz situation. It looks like that's still on par to happen. I think the only question is who exactly the opponent will be. So maybe, like Buddy mentioned, maybe they'll announce it sooner or later, and we'll get some answers as to who they gonna be fighting, who he'll be fighting next. But I don't know. His dad is just be saying shit at this point, bro. Just be saying shit, man. Let's keep building. No, man. Let's keep building. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep building. Oh yeah, all right, man. Let's keep going. So look, man, let me pull this up. Look, man, this is something I've seen on Twitter. Said Ring Magazine been pretty accurate lately. Yeah, they have been. They have been. But I've seen fighters tell people something is not true just for it to be true. And sometimes they'll say it because they're not privy to the information. It's crazy, or they'll just not want you to announce it before they do. So we'll see. Time always prevails and proves, exactly what's what. So I think we'll see that exactly. We'll see that with the same situation here. So, but man, something I wanted to touch on, man. Shout out to my dog for sending me. He sent this to me too. It caught my attention, man. Shout out to Devin Haney. It's never a personal thing, but I seen him saying, Najee a sellout. I said how, so I probably was late. I didn't really expect a response. I'm up for the conversation because I be trying to understand where people coming from, right? I don't just try to criticize, but we go too hard on each other and we always go to the extreme. Like maybe he doing some things that, I don't know, from a principle standpoint, you don't like, right? Maybe you feel like all principle alone and the things that came out his mouth, he shouldn't have been on the show. Maybe he shouldn't have interviewed him or whatever the case. But that doesn't make him a sellout. Interviewing him when that's your job, that's what comes with it. Like maybe you ask some of them tough questions. I don't think he's condoning the behavior by interviewing him or having fun with the interview. I mean, it's a guest at the end of the day. You're going to give your guest some respect. You're going to rock with them to a degree, but I don't think it's one of those things where they're like best friends, right? I don't think he's condoning any of the activity or the energy that he's put out as a fighter, right? As a young man, should I say, with the ignorance, I don't think he condoning any of that stuff. I just feel like he doing his job, and in doing so, people might question it, but he might have asked some good questions. I don't even think the interview was out yet. It was just a clip coming out, and people, they call this man a sellout, and he had said something else too. Najee responded, I'm guessing, to this shit. And he said, Left hook must still have you not seeing straight because I'm the realest interviewer in the game. Your feelings are misguided, young man. Tighten up and make sure you focus on beating Norman. Tough fight ahead. Said, see, you proved my point, bitch. It's about time ninjas like you start getting slapped out of. You can't fight a lick. You're talking about left hook. Now, look, I see it, man. But, I see this. I see Tank go at him. I really didn't get it then. I didn't agree with it then. Look, people not gonna be perfect in interviews, but I feel like the message is to get the content up, right? I don't think he's doing interviews with malicious intent or using the platform to tear down fighters, and that's what's important. I feel like when he interviews these guys, they get a pretty fair shake. That's just my opinion of it. So for me, I can't vouch for what I don't know. I could only speak to or attest to the shit that I'm seeing in terms of interviews, the quality work that's coming out from Cigar Talk. Can't call that man no sellout because he interviewed Ryan Garcia, right? Because he said some shit. Like, you fought him. If he a sellout for interviewing him, or you a sellout for wanting to do business with him and fight him and make money off him, and then think you was gonna rematch him if he didn't blow the rematch. So does that make you a sellout for putting money back in his pocket? You get what I'm trying to say? We always go to the extreme with everything. Look, I'm not going to get into the personal thing, but I'm just, as far as the term sellout, like we be too loose with a lot of these terms and they don't really apply. We be forcing them. Like they call Boots I just seen them calling Boots a coon for sparring with Canelo Alvarez, bro. A coon is crazy. A coon is wild, yo. You calling Boots a coon for sparring with Canelo Alvarez? Yeah, that's sick, man. So listen, I don't do personals. I ain't coming to nobody's aid, but I see people like tagging along. Like, I don't know. Like maybe I'm missing something, but dude ain't gonna be perfect. But I don't see Najee doing coon and sellout shit. Think if he was a coon, I don't think he approaches Teofimo outside the ring on the one-on-one, trying to have a conversation with him, right? I don't see him conduct his interviews on some sucker behavior, energy type stuff. Yeah, This is the thing. We be expecting everybody to be mad when we want them to be mad. So don't rock with him. It was okay for the rematch to take place, right? But it's not okay for nobody to interview him. So everybody's supposed to ignore him or not interview him, or they considered a sellout. Shit don't make sense to me. It's people's job, bro. Sometimes that's exactly what you do in this space. You got an opportunity to interview somebody at an opportune moment. You take advantage of it and you use the opportunity to ask some of those tough questions that the people could rock with. Some of the shit that people are asking or thinking about or that's on their mind. You can ask those things. You get what I'm saying? You can ask. You can figure it out. So I don't know, man. I just think we rushed to judgment too quick. I don't feel like that man don't sell out. I think, like I said, I think Tank go at him, and I had the same energy. I didn't get where he was going with it either, because I don't think he's been doing anything malicious in these interviews, right? He gave his opinion, but it's no different than anything anybody else doing. But I feel like for me, I ain't saying you go at guys and be underhanded with the questions. I'm not saying that, so maybe I'm not saying what the people saying yet, but I don't see it style out, bro. That man just doing his job. It's not that deep. I don't think they best friends or nothing like that, but we don't know. We'll see when that interview drop. Y'all know we always be reacting to Cigar Talk work in his interviews anyway, so maybe that'll be another one we could do, and we'll see what's what. But I just think we'd be too permanent with our assessments, man. I don't see a sellout when I see Najee and the work that he's doing. I think he good for the community, bro. I really do. The boxing space. I think he uses his platform the right way. You get what I'm saying? And as long as you do that, you good with me, man. I respect it at the end of the day. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, G. That Boots gained from that encounter. Been the first or second fighter to say, yeah, these fighters be emotional. It seems like as soon as they don't hear what they want to hear, bro, they right on you. You'll sell out. And I don't see sellout, though. I don't see a sellout. You know, people might not like them. I don't see a guy selling out. You know, I call it straight down the middle. If I seen some, sellout energy, yeah, I call it out. Like, think about it. Boots a coon for sparring with Canelo. Never mind, he in the prime of his career. That's some of probably the best work he can get. One of the absolute most experienced guys that he gonna spar and get paid to do it. We gonna X all of that out. Nah, he's all cold. He's a coon. When I heard coon, I was like, yeah, they're going too far with this boot shit. It's definitely not that deep. So I see it the same way here. No slight shade to Devin Haney. Salute to him. I still support him. I don't think Najee's no coon, though. I don't see him up here cooning, man. I just think when we're mad, we expect everybody to be mad at the same way, the same level. And I just don't think that's the case. I don't feel like there's no reason for us to be running around, still currently mad. You can always hold Ryan accountable for the shit that he said and the energy he put out and let that be that. But that don't mean you can't have a conversation with the man. You know what I mean? This situation before going to say, yeah, nah, it's real tough. Bulls beat the brakes on Canelo, Mr. Holmes. What it do? So, yeah, man, before we get out of here, man, I just want to speak on that. And look, Boots, I'm hearing that he got some great work in. Some people is reporting that he whooping Canelo ass. I mean, look, he young, athletic, really, really good speed, reflexes and different things like that, man. I wouldn't say he in there beating Canelo ass, but Boots, who knows? Probably giving him good work, though. He's a younger guy, man. It's not impossible. Fighters do get older, and maybe Canelo in there working with him. You just never know what's the capacity of the work that they put in there. Shout out to Mr. Holmes. So I don't know. I'm not going to make too big a deal out of Boots being able to put some hands on him. But somebody did speak about it. Let me see. My guy Flat. But yeah, he spoke on this.
Yo, word the mother, son. I'm a heavy believer in preparation. I'm a heavy believer in staying ready so you don't got to get ready. I'm a heavy believer in hope for the best but prepare for the worst. Now, I already gave y'all my solid, humble prediction on the fight. Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. And now, as you can see from the picture in the background, he's sparring with Jermall Boots Ennis. This is Canelo Alvarez, of course, that I'm talking about. This is A1 preparation. So now I'm sure some of y'all going to have to start signing with what I'm trying to tell y'all, because you can't get no better work getting ready for a fight of this magnitude. I'm sure Terrence Crawford got his A1 sparring partners and all that, but it don't get no more A1 than this, bro. Know what I'm saying? Canelo Alvarez and Jermall Boots in this sparring for this fight with Terrence Bud Crawford. Like I told y'all, I got Canelo winning on a close decision, a 7-5 type of situation, 7 rounds to 5, close decision. But I got him pulling it off because of the weight advantage, the chin, the durability, things of that nature. Know what I'm saying? But y'all see what's going on, man. Know what I'm saying? My man got the A1 sparring partner right now. I'm sure he got the other sparring partners lined up. It's going down September 13th, man. I'm trying to tell y'all know I'm a betting man. I'm trying to tell y'all where to put the money. Close decision for Canelo Alvarez. September 13th, we in the building, Las Vegas. Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Make sure y'all tune in, man. It's your boy, David Flash.
Shout out to Flatten, man. But yeah, man, he's showing his age right there. Can't take it personally. Yeah, I was like, I just don't be thinking it's that deep. We become too accustomed to just throwing labels on people. You see anything. You talking to T.O. Sellout. Like, Terrence Crawford had his arm around T.O. after T.O. was talking crazy. People interpreted that as him being friendly with him and being nice. But for the ones that know, like, if you just talking crazy about me and when you see me, I got my arm around you and make you admit that you just promote, you lost. There's no way you walk away from that situation looking tough at all. You get me? But it's just all about perception, and people just got a weird way of looking at things. They see anything. He's a sellout. He's a coon. He's this. Because he called Najee a coon before, too. I think one of the fighters called him a coon. So we just be real permanent with these words, man. We be labeling some of the cool, some of the good people, some real permanent nasty shit. It be nasty work. It don't be that deep, man. It really don't. I really don't. But shout out to everybody. Double tap the screen if you didn't. Let's see where Mell Charlo goes from here. Bro said there ain't gonna be no more Ty and Kid Austin. That ain't happening. They ain't negotiating. Let's see what comes out of it. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't happen. I gave y'all my reasons for why. Let's see what Kid Austin do based on how his dad talked. You just never know which direction they gonna go because he always running them jibs. And as far as divisions, I think 54 is one of the deepest divisions in boxing. Could potentially be the best and hottest in boxing. Charlo coming back, issuing a statement, man. Him versus everybody at 54 is lines only. I like it, man. Maybe every fight don't come to fruition, but if we could get 1 or 2 fights out of those guys he's mentioning, I can rock with it. You know, if he can get in there, shit, hey, you want to fight Earl Spence? Let's see it. Hey, you want to fight Fundora? Let's see it. Hey, if you're going to fight a boss, I forget his last name, the guy that just beat Tellis, let's get it, man. That's what you're going to use to springboard and get yourself back in the mix at 54. Let's see it. You got Fundora out there, Lubin. Imagine a Charlo and Lubin rematch, bro. Because you know it wouldn't go like the first one did. Lubin got a lot of experience and took another L since then. All that shit, right? Would be a fun fight, man. Ramos, you got a wealth of guys out there. Conwell, can't wait till you get back in the mix. So 154 got, I think, some of the most talent in boxing there. You know what I mean? And let's see if the powers that be deliver on these matchups for us, man, and give us what we want to see. You dig? Because we deserve it. As fight fans, we deserve it, man. This man's Earl, Fundora, Virgil. You know what I mean? Boots. He made sure he ain't miss. He ain't made like, look, we know who y'all want to see us fight. I know who y'all want to see me fight, and I want to fight these guys too. So look, Charlo, a real one, man. I rock with his energy. I like it. I respect it. Let's see where he goes though. You know what I mean? What's his next fight for him? Because I bet it won't just be one of those it won't just be one of those, one of those top names. Mike Kirkland, shout out to my brother. How you feeling today? It won't be one of those them names that he mentioned right there. Not first, anyway. So I know people gonna lose their mind. Well, he's not fighting them now. He don't got to though. He don't got to. But as long as he work his way and put himself in position to fight those guys, I'm cool with it. I'm cool, and I want to see it. Bull fight. Appreciate doing the video opinion. Do show where you talk like a grown kid, how you pronounce his words, structured sentences. Which one? Who we talking about? Lubin finds a way to win, and Fedor beats Thurman. Like more likely, Fedor versus Lubin, Fedor versus Mendoza. I think they both likely, bro. I think they both likely. But with the way Fedor been moving, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if you seen a Lubin rematch if Lubin positions himself. You know what I mean? That part two would be crazy, wouldn't it? I think Lubin would definitely change some things up, and it would put him in a position to win. For sure. For sure. Definitely, 100%. We don't know. Yeah. With that Najee stuff, I think Najee a good dude, man. I think fighters just be being sensitive, but they got the right to be if it's something pertaining to their careers. I don't know the full context of what made him say his sellout. Like I gonna go crazy and super, you know what I mean? But I'm just speaking on the things that I know about. Dude, he seems solid to me. I don't see him being a coon or nothing, but I not from no interviews I've seen. That's all I'm saying. I ain't vouching for nothing that I haven't seen. Just the things I have seen. He put out good work, man. Put out good work. Just seemed like he tried to get the work out there, have a good build, ask some questions, he give his opinion on stuff, instigate a little bit. But that's part of the game, man. That's not with ill intent. But I don't think he's nowhere, using the platform for bad. That's what I'm saying. If you're looking for a guy to be perfect, I don't know where you're gonna find that at. But I look at the overall picture and message. You trying to get out good boxing interviews and good content to the people. I'm not gonna appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the fighter's gonna have a different view. Maybe they got a different relationship. Maybe he's seen something different. But for me, I don't see him being a sellout for what I can see. That's all I can say. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we overuse the words that. Like Boots ain't no damn coon for going to get money and trying to use an opportunity to spar Canelo to better his career. Like that's ridiculous to say. And notice those permanent, that's those type of words, that shit come from your own people. It come from your people. So it's like, man, that's nasty words. Nasty, man. I don't think it's that deep. You get what I'm saying? It really ain't. They saying Boots been putting hands on him in sparring, man. You never know. He might be. Yeah. I could see football. It's gonna be a long football season, bro. Long, stupid football season, too. But shout out Double Tap the Screen, man. So we'll see, man. Let's see what's the next best thing for us, man, in boxing, man. What's the next big fight? But Boots, if you Boots keep working, man, I think his path to 54 is going to get started in October. And it's going to be a lot of people that's going to enjoy. I mean, have to eat their words from the shit that they were saying about him. And Bell just moved to NYC and him and Najee be corresponding with each other. So it was closing made Dev upset. Yeah, it's a little strange. Oh, lastly, I knew what I was going to do. Somebody sent me this clip since I've been talking about this. Let me see what this
So with a guy like Tank, who, again, a great fighter, we have great standards for you because you are so skilled and you are one of the best. Our standards for you is that you fight the best to show us that's who you are. So it's these type of fights that I don't like them. I don't like it. If you wanted to get the bag, fight Shakur Stevenson. That's a big bag as well. If you wanted to get the bag, fight Devin Haney. That's a big bag as well. If you wanted to get the bag, fight Teofimo Lopez. That's a nice bag as well. When you take these exhibition fights without taking the real fight, you cheat the fan. You cheat the sport. I know when I actually had the last Tank interview, he broke the news on my show. He said, I got a new 6 or 7 fight deal. I said, who's in that deal? Is Shakur Stevenson in that? He said, yeah, he's in it. So I feel like at some point there was a desire to fight the big fights that we want to see, but I don't know where that desire left off. I felt like at one point he was confident that these fights were going to happen and he was going to make these fights and he was going to get them and win these fights. And now I don't know if is he confident? I'm not even telling you what it is. I'm telling you, I don't know the answer.
Shout out to Najee. Yeah, that's still that. Even that though, that's not enough. That's not enough to be a sellout in the coon. He's saying shit. He just speculating, right? It's a lot. Like I said before, man, it's a lot to consider. It's business. is personal decisions that you want to make, goals and shit you set for yourself. It could be your team, things changing. It's so many different reasons why you would fall out of the love with the sport. I've heard world champions talk about retiring too. It ain't just Tank. We just don't see this shit because these guys and some of these ladies, their names ain't as big as Gervonta Davis. But trust and believe, there's people that haven't achieved or fought half the fights that he's fought and feel the same way, be wanting to retire and not having a desire. That's the real conversation. And I hope when it's all said and done, whoever that person is can get an interview where they can have that conversation with him, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? Is he cheating the people? You're only cheating the people if they forced to watch your shit. And like I said, ain't nobody coming up to you and it ain't life or death like, yo, watch this or else. That's not going on. And like I said, I played that old ass clip. I don't even know if I still got it. Y'all remember the old clip? He ain't never sell us nothing different than what it's always been. Yeah, he talk a little bit about strap season, but that's why he kept a belt, right? But in terms of, like, is he cheating the people? It's tough to say that, because no matter what you do, it's going to be somebody out there saying you ain't did enough, and they're going to be complaining. I just think you got to make the best decisions for you. I said this time and time again. Shout out to Mike Kirkland, my brother, putting some cover in the chat for the good boxing talk. It's always much love, bro, for this support. Seen the video talking about his resume. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what video is it. What video is it? Shout out to Mike Kirkland. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man. It's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough, yo. It's tough. So I don't think that makes him a coon or a sellout because he had a strong opinion on Tank. He's just saying what some people already say. You hear people speculating that, but his desire, could be affected just by the nature of the business, right? Just what comes with it, all the shit that you got to put into it. And think about it. People won't acknowledge nothing he did. You let the right person talk, they won't even acknowledge not a damn thing he's done thus far as a fighter. So as far as being great and being a legend, like I said, his ideal of that has to be different from the typical person. And I'm cool with that. You can't tell me what to strive for. Like I could only get in here and do me. And I think that's what he's always done. So I ain't tripping. Said from someone named EV Boxing. No, I haven't seen it, Ghetto Fab, but if you follow me, find me on Twitter, or Instagram, send it to me. I'll either do a video to it or react to it. Either or. Golden State, double log. Crawford is a legend already. That is an absolute fact. I agree. He is. He is a damn legend already.
I know he's a good fighter, but this is just different.
Great fighter.
You see what happened when a good fighter jump up and his opponent is great fighter. So you're gonna find out.
So that means you're a good fighter, and Bivol is a great fighter. Is you a good fighter or a great fighter? Let me know.
I'm a great fighter.
So you got your ass whooped by a good fighter, right?
You're a good fighter.
Well, every time you stepped up, you lost. Great fighter.
I'm not.
Hey, Bud was on his ass, wasn't he? Hey, y'all, Bud was on his ass right there, wasn't he? That every time you stepped up, you lost. Great fighter. He was on his helmet with that one. So after September, we're going to be dry as the Sahara Desert as far as boxing is concerned. We got to wait till November. Great fights. So we might have some good stuff in between. Maybe. Crawford was getting on him. Yeah, Crawford was on his ass, Golden State. And he was on point with that. You step up, you lost. You know what I'm saying? He had him. Crawford got him there. He had him. But shout out to Canelo, one of the deepest resumes actively in boxing. Man, probably the deepest, man. I don't think nobody got 70 fights actively. So he's fought the who's. He's fought them all, man. He's fought them all. And I'm going to leave. They're going to copyright for me, but I copyright me for this, but I'm going to edit it out. We're going to close on this, man. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate the support as always. You hit that like button. I appreciate you if you showed up, if you super chatted, if you shared the live. If you dropped a comment, we appreciate you. Much love to everybody. We're going to leave with this nice, funny Canelo bit, though, man.
He's a great fighter. But if you look at his career, mention one elite fighter. Just mention me one elite fighter. Dumb bitch. Dumb bitch. Dumb bitch. I'm just gonna say something. You're not on my level, and you will see. Hey, you are a champion, but you won the belt with nobody. Just mention me one elite fighter.
Victor Postal.
Who?
Victor Postal.
Who's that guy?
Ricky Burns.
Who?
Ricky Burns.
Who's that guy? Get the fuck out of here, man. Please. Payday. Payday. You want payday. I know that. Dumb bitch.
Ahora tú dime a mí quién ganó. Yo los veo y ellos corren. Estos vatos no pueden vernos. Toda la clica Junior Mafia vistiéndose queriendo sernos. ¿Cómo chingados van a hacer el mob si nosotros siempre hacemos nuestro trabajo? Somos millonarios. Matar no es justo, pero alguien tiene que hacerlo. Oh sí, Mati, ¿te quieres meter con nosotros? Pinches morrillos pendejos. ¿Qué no ustedes tienen de repanocitos o algo? Sigue chingando conmigo y te va a venir pegando una convulsión o un infarto. Vale más que te hagas para atrás o te voy a pegar un vergazo. Y así es como lo hacemos de nuestro lado. Cualquiera de ustedes a Nueva York quieren pedo, les damos pedo. Pero no estamos cantando, les traemos drama. Chinguen a su madre ustedes y también su pinche mama. Vamos a matarlos a todos, cabrones. Ahora cuando yo salí les dije que el pedo nomás era con Biggie, pero después todos querían abrir el hocico con una pinche opinión. Así que así le vamos a hacer. Chingue su madre Magic, chingue su madre Biggie, chingue su madre Bad Boy como una disquera, una empresa y también como una clica. Y si tú quieres andar con Bad Boy, chinga tu madre tú. Chino Excel, chinga tu madre tú. Todos ustedes hijos de la chingada, chinguen su madre. Todos ustedes cabrones, chinguen su madre, mueran despacio, hijos de la chingada. Mi 44 va a asegurar que ninguno de sus hijos crezcan. Ustedes cabrones no pueden vernos ni sernos. Somos unos pinches Thug Life Riders, costa oeste hasta morir. Acá en California les echamos una bomba a ustedes cabrones. Hacemos nuestro trabajo. Ustedes creen que ustedes son el mob, nosotros somos el pinche mob. Aquí nada más que matones y vatos chingones. Todos ustedes nos sienten. Lo de nosotros hace triple o cuádruple. Ustedes pendejos se ríen porque hasta nuestros empleados tienen pistolas en sus cintos. Ya saben cómo es que cuando nosotros lanzamos rolas se sienten. Todos ustedes lo pueden sentir. Somos los más reales. Chinguen su madre. Somos Bad Boy matones.
Dumb bitch.
Yeah, that is ridiculous, bro. The internet is broken, bro. The internet is broken. Shout out to everybody, though, man. Much love to y'all. Look, yeah, I get what you're saying about the welterweight thing. I think Canelo just, he put so much tread on that tire early, fighting since he was a kid. You know what I mean? I think he got to a point where he was like, you know what? I'm going to work to a point. And I think when he seen that, you know, he was a guy that generated a lot of revenue for the sport, and they were allowing him to move how he want. I think it became intoxicating, like a drug. And like if somebody allowed you to make the money that he's making while fighting who you want to fight, wouldn't you do it? You might not like it, but wouldn't you do it? You get what I'm saying? So I get it, but I don't respect it as a fight fan because, like Mike Kirkland said, that I wanted to see him fight that guy, and I just feel like he maneuvered around him strategically. I think he waited for an opportunity. He struck, he got them belts, and he just never gave that man a shot. So I hated that. I hate to see that because that's a fight that shit, even Benavidez talk like he's still willing to try to make, but I just don't think we'll see it because the longer it takes, the older Canelo gets, and the less likely you'll see it because Benavidez is dangerous, growing, still getting better. So it's tough, man, but Canelo's still one of the most accomplished and has probably the deepest resume actively in boxing, but still don't change the fact that there were some fights that he could have gave us at times that he did. And I get it, you know what I'm saying? So it's always going to be some criticism there, but he's still a hell of a talent, you know what I mean? Messed it up playing around, but I get it. He's just having his way, Golden State, you get me? Shout out to Urban Mac. Mike Kirkland, appreciate you, bro. As always, man, y'all double tap the screen, sub to the channel. If y'all haven't, we about 50-something away from 10K. We're going to get there, and we're going to keep building, man. Make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this Thursday. Man, you never know if we pop up and go live again tonight. We might. Canelo got names, but he ain't fight them fighters at the right time. You know it. You know how they do. You know what I mean? Blunt Sports, my dog. My God. So with that, man, make sure y'all enjoy y'all night. Turn your notifications on if you're new. Subscribe, share the lives. Keep supporting the grind. We're going to keep building. With that, I'll see all of y'all tomorrow, if not later tonight. Peace.
Representing Brick City,
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination. It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meets him with straight left hand.